Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys. Good evening, lovely people, and welcome back to another Monday Night Live show. We are Kop-Ish, and we are back here on the 26th of April, 2021. How are y'all doing? Okay. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. So, obviously, you guys watched the game live. I wasn't able to watch the game live. Obviously, I need a result, and I watched the game today while I was working. It's very different watching the game a couple of days after it's happened, knowing the result, knowing sort of the overall flow of the match and what happened, and just watching it unfold. It's very different. Like, it's weird almost. Like, I get some people don't get to watch it live and stuff like that, but I couldn't imagine not watching football live, and it's just watching that. I'll be honest, it was tough, and I knew what was going to happen, but it was still. I found myself looking at the screen thinking, I could just pick up my slipper and just dash it at the screen right now and just break everything.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I actually did watch the game back. I was trying to make a little bit of a point. Don't want to go back into the hour-long argument me and Matt had in the review.
Heard still the streets.
I kind of wanted to make a point, or even not even just trying to make a point, and not even on like a venomous thing. Like, you know me, like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So I wanted to watch it back to just get a handle of, was I being reactionary? Was I being legit in my thoughts of how I felt watching it back, whatever. And I kind of do still feel the way I did before. Like I'm not changing, but I watched the game, and I'm not joking. There were some chances, like a couple of chances Jota had, and that watching it back that I'd even forgot happened. And I was watching it, I was like, how did we not have about 8 goals in that game? Honestly.
That's what I said.
I watched that game back.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Salah's goal was phenomenal, by the way.
Like,
Yeah,
world class.
Well, it's contender for Liverpool goal of the season.
Yeah. But then he missed the other chance. But I'll be honest, I think Mane and Jota stunk up the joint, man. They did. I think they stunk out the joint.
We're not going to have that conversation.
No, I'm not going to.
No.
Not going to go. But like, just from what I saw, them two stunk out the joint. Firmino obviously could have done better in a lot of moments as well, but them man stunk it out, man. Jota and Mane that weren't good.
No, it wasn't. No, listen, all three. Salah scored, but let's be real. If all three turned up to their full capabilities, we win that game 8-0, like I was saying before, like what you said a minute ago. In your opinion, Cal, because obviously you haven't even watched the show.
I haven't.
In fact, it's got nothing to do with the show, actually. It's got nothing to do with the show. Let me ask you this straight. Who do you think, though, was maybe the worst culprit? Because I just want to get your perspective on it.
As in the misses?
Yeah, like, would you have said, like, who do you think was the worst culprit on that day? Or do you think it's, like, tied between Jota and Mane and even Salah as well? Because even though Salah scored. I just want to know your opinion. Because I know me and Jeff have our opinion. I just wanted to know.
They're all bad. Like, Salah's one where he got put through by Firmino.
Yeah.
I think it was Firmino.
It was.
And
Jota,
he took the heavy touch just before he could try and dink it over Dubravka. And I was just like, that's a heavy touch, but you should be steadying yourself there. Like, you're a seasoned pro, like you're our best goal scorer. Let's put it blunt. That should be your bread and butter. You're central in the goal, you should be finishing that.
Well, Cal, based on the abuse Origi got for his miss against Burnley, Salah's chance was the worst miss of the game. If you want to base it on past judgments of how people have been going on.
No, Jeff. Salah had a player that was because what it is though, Jeff, even though Salah was clean through,
he was clean through, bro.
Hear me out. The defender was running behind him. Salah could probably hear his footsteps, but Salah's obviously faster. With Divock Origi, bro, when they done that freeze break, it was just him and the goalkeeper. Like,
no. Origi's miss was worse than Salah's. Yeah, no, I agree with that. But no.
Oh, but you're saying on the basis?
On the basis of how much everyone was like grilling Origi for the fact that a 1-on-1 is considered an open goal, so to speak. I'm saying then that chance there is probably the worst miss of the day.
That's probably because of you. They did that because you've been bigging up Origi a lot.
So, I think Origi's miss was worse than Salah's. I'm not saying that's not the case.
Yeah.
After we came out of that game, I heard everybody blaming Origi for the loss. Like actually saying it was his fault we lost the game.
No, so but I think that's people being reactionary. When people
that was that's just
even reactionary. In terms of who was the worst out of the three, it's tough to say. And
you don't want to say it, innit? It's
no, I'm torn between
Jota and Jota. Yeah, they start cutting. Both of them start cutting the joint.
Yeah, the only reason and it's unfair for me to do it. The only reason I'd say Mane over Jota is because Mane played for longer. But they were.
I don't think it's becoming a common theme to blame Mane for everything in general these days.
I'm not blaming Mane for everything. I'm just blaming.
No, not you. I'm saying in general. I think people are subconsciously not even realizing they're doing it now. Jota missed 4 very good opportunities in that game. Mane missed 1.
No, but you'd argue Mane missed the easiest one.
No. Salah's one was the easiest one. But the point I'm making...
I disagree. I disagree,
bro. As a striker, I can tell you, me and the goalkeeper one-on-one is the chance I beg for. If there's any opportunity you're going to ask me, what do I want during the game? I'm going to say, give me a one-on-one with a goalkeeper. But anyway, let's not go into that. But the point is, there's 2 misses that Jota had in the first half that are absolutely like they don't look as bad as the Salah and the Mane miss because they don't feel as clear cut as in it wasn't just the striker and the goalkeeper. But when you go back and watch the 2 misses Jota had, he blasts it high into like the crowd, and he's on like the penalty spot in one of them, and on the other one he's like maybe like about 10 yards out, just like, and you're like, Jota, how have you even missed the goal by such a far margin?
The one where he slipped. There's one where he slipped to make
there's one when he puts it about 5 yards wide, and there's one when he blasts it over the bar.
No, the one
both of them, he's like right in front of the goal, and you're like, Jota, how have you missed the target? You didn't even hit the target.
Hold on, maybe because I haven't watched it back, but you see Jota's one, there's one where he blazes it over. He wasn't that close, was he?
But he was about 12 yards out, and he just blasted it straight over.
I thought he was towards the edge of the box.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Go back and watch it again. And there's another chance when I think Firmino touches it to the side, and like he's like basically even there is a defender and a goalie in the way, but he doesn't even. He just screws it, and it goes like spinning off like completely wide. And I'm like, because when you watch the game back, you realize I'm like, how did Jota not even hit the target for both of those? Oh, was it Salah that laid it off? My bad. And Jota just completely and balloons it. And I'm like, how did Jota do that? Both of those chances. If you go back and watch it, you're like, how the fuck did Jota do that? Like, how did he miss those chances like that? So I'm saying, Jota for me, but I just think they were all bad. But Salah obviously scored a worldie. But Jota, man, if you go back and watch it, Jota had 4 chances to score in that game, man.
Again, it's not just about the chances they miss, it's the overall play as well. And I've been saying it all season, Mane, he's just overall play ain't been there, man. Like, he loses the ball, his first touch ain't there. He don't dribble. When he does, he gets tackled very easily.
He gets tackled with confidence, isn't it? He's like stuff
it's not good.
So it is stuff that he normally does is not working. So, you know, when it's like, right, this always works for me and it just hasn't. It's kind of mad because, like, say, like, when Mane sizes someone up, more times than not, up to this season especially, he beats his man, or at least makes his defender work. These days, you're seeing defenders of
every defender.
No. In that Newcastle game, there was a few times when Mane did.
No, I'm not saying that.
What I'm saying is selective memory.
It's not selective memory.
I'm talking about over. There's been games that are good games.
On the whole,
talking about as a whole. When you think about...
He was the worst out of the front three.
Dude, he was being pickpocketed, by Lucas Vazquez. I'm sorry, bro. He ain't even a defender, cuz. He's a right winger for Real Madrid. And
we're talking about the Newcastle game now, bro. We can't keep going back over that Real Madrid game.
That is a fair point, to be fair, Matt.
Because if we're going to go back over the Real Madrid game, then that means that we've got to talk about the fact that somebody missed the open goal. But I don't want it to start becoming that. But, It
Bro,
is what it is.
I'm just giving you a small sample size. What you give me is a small sample size. But here's the joke, though, Jim. If we was to go back over the course of the season so far, I think you'll find, bro, Mane has done some things where you're like, what has happened? And I think for me,
of course, I know
for
that.
me, against Newcastle, it just sums it all up. The ball was played to you, yeah. The goalkeeper's having to run and close you down. So the goalkeeper is already off balance because he's running. Bruv, you just hit it first time. Mane from last season hits it first time. Mane for the season before hits it first time. Mane for the season before that hits it first time.
Yeah. That's a fact.
This Mane literally watched the ball come to him, froze, and was like, it's like he didn't know. He's like, too much stuff going on my head. Bro, he
should have hit first time 100%. But if you go and actually watch it back, you'll realize the goalie was on him within a second. It wasn't like he had all the time in the world. It wasn't bad miss.
No, that is true. The goalie was on him, but he also gave the goalie time as well.
This is what I was. If you hit that
we
first
just made
time,
the wrong decision. Like Matt's saying, he should have hit it first time.
But his indecisiveness is what gave the goal.
That's what I'm trying to say. Because you hit that first time. Remember, Mane passed is buries that straight away. He doesn't need time to think. Because remember, the goalkeeper's off balance when he's trying to run towards you. That means when he's running and when he's off balance.
I agree, but the reason why you don't need to
do anything, fam.
The reason why I'm sticking up for Mane is because I want that same energy for everyone. It's the same reason why a couple of months ago I said everyone stop going ham on Firmino now. Yeah, we might be like, he's not good enough, but it's gone too far. Get him out my club, rare. And you lot know that. That's what I was like, the Bobby thing's going too far now. Everybody's like, get rid of him, rare. I keep the same energy when I realize it's gone past criticism. So I started sticking up for Lovren. Yeah, he was making mistakes, but then it just went too far and it started being like, well, when he has a good game, why are you not recognizing he had a good game? Now you've just got like this thing. So that's the reason why I'm keeping that energy for Mane, because when we came out of that Leeds game, nobody defended Mane. He's the only one who scored in that game. Nobody defended Mane in that game.
You see Mane.
No. But do you get what I'm saying? We came out of that Leeds draw. Nobody defended Mane, and he scored. When we come out the Newcastle game, everyone's backing Salah because he scored, and I'm like, how can you not keep the same energy?
Because it's different. And here's why it's different, Drift.
It's not different.
Drift. Of course it's different. And this is why it's different. Because you take away Salah's goals this season and win a relegation battle. It's as simple as. We are what Arsenal were last season when Aubameyang was firing. You take Aubameyang out of that team with Arsenal last season and they were nothing.
No, but Cal, individual games.
No, Drift. Let me land.
Base the whole
you have to be taken into consideration because Salah is part of a front three. Salah's not our only striker or our only attacker. So the front three are meant to share the burden of the goals. No, this is the way it is. If you look at Tottenham, who's meant to get their share of goals? It's Kane and Son. That's how the team's set up, right? In our team, it's Mane, Salah, and Firmino. Firmino's got the least responsibility, but he still has a responsibility to score a goal. Hence why I've said Bobby either drops to 10 or he goes on the bench. You look at Salah's numbers this season and you look at Bobby's and you look at Mane's, it's terrible. It's terrible how there's such
but now you're making it. You're making it a whole season thing on individual games.
Let me land. So what the problem is the problem that we are facing now is that when Salah's criticised, he's in a position now where he can turn around and say, "You're criticising me, but without me, where would you be?" Whereas a few seasons ago, or the last couple of seasons, Salah misses a chance. Salah can't turn around to the next man and say, well, without me, you would be nowhere. Because you're looking at Mane, and Mane's like, well, I've got the same amount of goals with you, a couple of less assists. Bobby's looking at him saying, I've got a few assists and I'm the reason why you lot are ticking over. No one can really talk to Salah this season. Jota can talk to him because Jota's been in purple patches, but obviously Jota's been in and out with injury. The problem we've got is none of our other attackers are putting up any sort of numbers to take the burden off Salah. So Salah is in a position right now where no one can really talk to him if he misses, because again, you take Salah's goal away yesterday and we lose the game potentially.
That's what I was saying to Drift on Saturday.
That's why no one has the same sort of energy. Plus, again,
you're still not answering my question.
No, you're not letting me finish, Drift. When it comes to overall performance, how long does it take,
bro?
Well, if you let me finish, I'll do it, bro. No one interrupts you when you're talking.
No, I'm saying to answer the question. What you're saying is all facts.
Let him finish, bro. Me and you will go back and forth, Drift. Let him finish.
So when it comes to overall play, I'm going to draw it like this, yeah? When I watched the game for Newcastle, Jota and Mane were the two worst attackers for me. That is not saying Salah and Bobby were great because they weren't. Bobby missed a chance, plus his passing wasn't good enough. Salah missed 2 chances that he shouldn't have missed. Plus, some of his passes were under hit as well. But Mane and Jota for me were the 2 worst culprits because Jota missed the most chances, Mane missed the best chance. But when you look at the overall play, I'm talking about just general basis of collecting the ball, passing it, making the right decisions from minute to minute. I thought Mane was the worst. And the reason why I don't lean on goals, and this is the example I'm going to use, when Liverpool beat Barcelona in the semi-final second leg, the front three was Mane, Origi, and Shaqiri. Yeah. I said Mane was the best player that day, and I think many Liverpool fans said Mane was the best attacker that day. Mane didn't register an assist that day and didn't score a goal. Origi registered 2 goals, Shaqiri registered an assist. So for me, when I'm judging players, and I can only talk for myself, I am not just looking at goals and assists, I'm looking at overall play. Hence why I do not think Mane is getting the same sort of love that Salah is getting at the moment, because its overall play is not good enough at the moment. And it's getting worse and worse as the season progresses. Now, there are variations as to why that might be happening. Yes, there's long COVID potentially. Yes, there's form. Yes, there's fatigue. I'm not saying there's not all these things. But if I strip it away, I've got to look at a man's performance and I've got to say it's not good enough. That's where it is. And it is where it is. I'm not happy about it, but it is where it is.
Fair enough. But I can rebuttal that straight away. And this isn't even for you and me to start going back and forward. First of all, Salah's performances aren't good. He scores goals. So that's kind of a contradiction to what you're saying. You judge things.
It's not a contradiction. That's your opinion.
Bro, there are so many games where Salah doesn't do as much, but he scores the goal. So he does get us the point or whatever. So I'm just saying, performance-wise, I think Salah goes missing just as much. But he does score goals.
All right, so we look at our last 5 games.
No, but let me finish that because you said a lot. Secondly, it still doesn't answer my question though, bro. Because in the Leeds game, when Mane did score a goal, it was still Mane out, Mane's crap, rare. So my point is, just as a standalone game, the Newcastle argument between me and Matt, on which Matt was making a point, that I'm not saying was even wrong, that Matt was like, bro, if Salah never scored today, yeah. I remember, I'm not even making a comparison to Salah, but based off what you said, that's why I've got to make this. Matt was like, bro, if Salah don't score today, we could potentially lose the game. That's a fair point. And that was why you even know, Matt, I gave Salah 2 marks up for Mane in the player rating. It wasn't like I was trying to say Mane was as good as Salah on the day. Salah did score that goal. But in the Leeds game, just a week earlier, no one had that energy, bro, when Mane got the goal that if you take away, we lose to Leeds. Everybody was still Mane out, Mane's crap, rare. So can you get my point of, it seems like there's just this whole thing building up now, that as soon as we don't win a game, if Mane has an absolute blinder, it's like, oh, Mane's crap. And I'm like, no, but hold on a minute. He still scored the goal. So based on the logic, forgetting how good the goal was, how it was scored, whatever, based on the logic, the first thing you do after Mane gets the only goal in the game is not to come in and grill him. That is what you call an agenda against him, or he's becoming a scapegoat.
No, I do think there are some sections of fans who are saying that. But I also think there are justified questions as well. And I ask you, when was the last time Mane had a blinder of a game?
Yeah, but bro, now we're going too deep. I'm just saying, Leeds game versus Newcastle game, everybody came for Mane. Everybody said crap. He was crap or whatever in the Leeds game. But he scored the goal. And then everyone said that it's unfair to mark Salah down for poor performance.
Do you think Mane was good in that Leeds game? Do you think Mane was good in that Leeds game?
He was all right. He wasn't crap. He was all right in that game. In the first half, I thought he was pretty... In fact, he was very good in the first half. He faded in the second half. But in the first half,
what I was gonna say.
He was very good in that first half.
He faded. But he started well.
So what, we're going to forget he had a good first half? Because
No. See,
why do you keep on jumping to conclusions, bro?
No, I'm asking a question just so I can clarify.
No, but you ask loaded questions, Drift. It's just it's not necessary.
It's always loaded when everyone says things. So
you're just being like overly emotional then.
No. I'm just trying to have a fair conversation in terms of everyone should be
using loaded questions though.
Everyone should be treated the same. That's all I'm saying.
So, listen, how is Mane being treated differently to Salah this season?
No, but I'm not talking about Salah. I'm talking about everybody.
So who are you saying he's being treated differently to then this season?
The whole team. Like, if we don't win a game, it's literally Mane's fault. Like, it's becoming Mane's fault if we don't win a football match.
No, because I've seen people say the same about Genie this season. I've seen people say the same about
Oh
Salah
yeah,
this
that's
season as
another
well.
guy that everyone's on. But at the end of the day,
I've seen people say about Thiago this season. There was this whole thing going around that
point
Thiago is
being,
worse. So
I watched that Newcastle game back, and in my opinion, if you
Kabak's
have to
guilty as
start
well.
pointing fingers at people, Jota was the worst player out of the front four. But for some reason, is he going to get away with it because he's had a better season? Because that's what it feels like.
I don't think anyone is saying to get away with it. But again, if I was all right, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yes, it's definitive. Mane was worse than Jota, but they were the two worst on the pitch, right?
Out of the front players, yeah.
Okay, so whether I say it's Jota or Mane, one of them's the worst, right? So then the reason why people are going to latch on more to Mane is because since December, he's been poor. Whereas Jota's come back into the team after injury and hasn't been poor. He's had a couple of poor games. So of course people are going to get more annoyed with one than the other. In the same way,
is that fair?
But it's live, Drift. It's live. It is what it is.
I'm just saying, I saw man score a goal against Leeds that got us the draw and nearly won us the game, and everyone was still on his back. So I'm just saying, it's kind of confusing. That's all I'm saying.
Let me just say one thing, and I think we should move on from it, yeah? It's just fact, innit? Salah's having a better season than Mane. Jota's having a better season than Mane. Mane, for his usual standards, is not there. Mane has been poor by his own standards and by the standards of this season. And people are going over the top in terms of, I think he's on a decline. I think that's over the top personally. I just think he's tired, needs a break. But what it is, though, is that if people are saying that, we can't sit here and say definitively that is not the case. Because there's a lot of things going on with Mane. Like, I'd love to sit here and say to you, he's definitely on a decline, you know. I can tell you that for free. I'm hoping, because we don't know that. Things happen to footballers that we don't know about, Jim. It's that simple. That's why I feel like it's a case of, let's just wait and see what happens next season. I still believe in Mane. But just let me finish. No. But whenever even when like a couple of weeks before when I brought it up, like, we're not saying it's on a decline, Jiff, but there's a reason why people are asking the questions, because there could be evidence to suggest that it is. But it's just not definitive. There's nothing wrong with people asking the question. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, that's all that is. I hear that, but I'm still not hearing any logical reason behind other than it's being like scapegoating that one person can get away with a bad game if they score, but Mane can't. I'm just saying that's scapegoating. And if no one can answer my question on that, which is the question I'm talking about, then fair enough. At least that lets me know it is scapegoating, because there's no valuable reason for it other than bringing up his whole season. I think that you can't bring up his whole season based on one game.
Of course you can. There are some elements where it's been scapegoating. There are some elements where it's been justified.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Sometimes you can see the scapegoating, though. Like,
we can't sit here and tell people it's stupid to say Mane's on the decline. We can't. He's got to now prove that he's not. I don't think he is.
All right.
No, but I don't think he is either.
Think he is. But again,
like I said, that was the question I asked. If no one can answer it, let's move on.
I just answered it.
No, I'm talking about why there's different standards for if you score a goal, you're still crap. But if you score a goal, you get away with it.
It's not about... No.
I just answered that question.
It's not even about that, though, bro. It's not even about that.
So you are saying if you're having a worse season, it means you get away with it, kind of thing?
No, I'm saying you have to look. It's not just as simple as saying if someone scores a goal and he's crap for the rest of the game, then if it's Salah, everyone's going to be like, no, it's fine. If it's Mane, everyone's going to say, no, it's not. Like, if you go through the course of the season, that hasn't been the case.
But it was the case from Leeds and Newcastle, which is the two recent games.
That's 2 games, Drift. And then, all right, if you really want to go...
that's like making an excuse to not see the point I'm making.
If you really want to go deep into it then, Drift, let's look at the 2 goals. Let's analyse the 2 goals then.
So now it's got to be the quality of the goal as well.
If you're going to drag out the argument, then I'm going to get deep into the argument, Drift.
I'm not dragging out the argument. I'm saying, at the end of the day, if one man scores a goal, no matter how you put it in the back of the net, it got us the point and stopped us losing the game. And if someone does it in another game, but if you're going to pick the bones of why that goal's more important than that goal, or why that player gets away with it and that goal, because in my opinion, Mane in the Leeds game was better than Salah was in the Newcastle game. Regardless of how good the goal was, Mane's first half performance against Leeds was very good. Yeah. And overall in that half, he was very good. Salah against Newcastle wasn't as good as Mane was in the Leeds game, in my opinion. So what I'm saying is, if we're gonna blind Salah for missing one-on-one goals because he
No one's
scored a goal, and
blocking,
we're
though.
going to say, "Rah, he's, you know what I mean, he can get away with it, give him a blind, he's been our best goal scorer," which he has. Then I'm saying that you're analysing the whole season when you're giving him that rating. You're not giving him that rating based on that one game. Because if
All
you're
right,
giving
then.
him that rating based on that one game, then you can't just keep bringing up what he's done for the season
All
in
right.
that moment.
All right, Jeff,
And
I'm
that's
going to
the
ask you a
reason
question.
why, if I'm going to be rating certain players, I'm not like, if Shaqiri comes in as a blinder, I'm not going to rate him down because he's been crap in other games. I'm just going to rate him on that game he came on and played well.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to ask you a question now then, yeah? You're a manager of a job. Me and Matt both work for you, yeah? Let's say, for example, I come into work for a whole month, and for the whole month, I'm late every day, yeah? And
Yeah.
Matt comes in late once. Who are you going to be more frustrated at, me or Matt?
I mean, that's totally different because if
Just
Matt
answer
comes
the
in
question.
late
Just
every day,
answer the question. Just answer the
if
question.
Matt comes in late every day but he sells more than you, then
No,
it depends. Like, no,
you're
because
moving the
that's
goalpost,
not
brother. It's a
that's not
simple,
fair.
brother.
That
It's a
comparison makes no
simple
sense,
question.
Cal.
It is a fair comparison. It's a
No,
simple
because you're
comparison.
talking about lateness and talking about scoring goals is like, because Mane scored a goal, so I don't get what
Drift.
I don't get the
Answer the question.
comparison.
I come in late every day for a month. Matt comes in late once. Who are you more frustrated with?
You,
All right. Who are you more likely to give a blight to if you have to do a write up on someone being late?
I mean, Matt.
All right. And
But
that's why I'm
football's
saying,
not black and white like that.
no, I'm not saying it's black and white, Drift, but as my point stands, you have to look at a little bit of history to judge someone where we are now as well, Drift.
All right, fair
You
enough.
can't
So
just
we're
take
at
it
the
literally
Champions
game by
League.
game.
We're at the Champions League, and it's okay because he scored all those goals before. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope. Like,
But
that
it's
is
not
a
just,
very slippery slope.
but you can't say we're out of the Champions League because of Salah.
If it was Mane that missed that chance, everyone would be. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, but it's a two-legged game.
No. Come on, guys. Just be honest. If Mane missed that chance Salah did against Real Madrid, it would be Mane's fault we're at the Champions.
Bro,
all right. But if Trent doesn't make that
I
mistake in the
can't be
first
bothered.
game, and
Anyway,
flipping
let's move on, man.
Nat and Trent don't make the mistake, we don't go 2-0 down.
No, that's obvious. But the point I'm making is,
But that's my
it
point.
seems to
You
be a
can't
lot
blame one
easier
man.
to scapegoat, man.
No, but Drift, that's
Anyway.
my point. You can't just blame one man for us going out to Real Madrid. That was a whole team being crap in one whole 90 minutes. And then in the second
No, but
game,
Cal, hold on a minute. But everybody blamed Mane for why we didn't beat Newcastle.
Not everyone is blaming him.
No, I'm talking about the people who weren't. It was a large portion, bro. This is what I'm saying.
Maybe a large portion you saw, but I saw a large portion of people saying Salah once again missed sitters. So
I didn't see any of that.
Throw a blanket over it, Drift. Everyone's getting it, innit?
No, I don't see that, but all right, fair enough.
Everyone's getting it. Salah got it bad after the Madrid game, and rightly so.
No, I don't think. All right. Anyway, I don't want to argue about this for the whole show, man. I can't be honest.
We've argued for half an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Either way, the point stands. We need a striker. Like, no two ways about it. We need a striker.
100.
So 100. Speaking of strikers, one of the best strikers we've ever had at the club, Robbie Fowler, spoke out today regarding FSG. So I'm going to read you the quote from Robbie Fowler and get your guys' take on it.
Robbie.
So Robbie Fowler's quote reads, "If Liverpool owners were thinking of selling the club, then now would probably be the right time. It's hard to see how they can ever fully win back the trust or confidence of the fans after getting it so wrong over the disastrous Super League plans. It's not the first time FSG have got it wrong. Ticketing, furlough, even the project big picture, which they and Man United were behind. The reaction to that alone should have set alarm bells ringing over any Super League breakaway." Matt, I'm going to come to you first because obviously me and Drifty have been speaking the most in this. When you hear Robbie Fowler saying things like this, obviously we've all kind of given our opinions on FSG.
Yeah.
Do you think what he's saying is valid, and do you think it's quite telling that someone of Robbie Fowler's stature and standing within the Liverpool community and the club has come out and spoken out on this, especially given the rumours over the weekend that FSG were offered $3 billion for Liverpool and rejected it?
If I'm being honest, Robbie Fowler saying this is quite powerful, and I think Robbie Fowler is doing the right thing because, in my opinion, I think he's He's a voice that we all look to. He's a legend of the club, and he's saying things that we would all like to say in public. And I think that's the case. It's not just about the Super League when it comes to FSG. There's things that have happened before. But what it is that this one here, they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar, and there's kind of no way going back from. This one is like you got caught in it. Other things they tried to rectify and go back on. But I think Fowler's hitting it in the head, bro. There's not many people, dare I say it, that still want FSG to be in charge. I know it's going to be hard for them to leave, and obviously reports over the weekend coming out saying they've rejected 3 billion for the club. Yeah, is mad. But in my opinion, that just says to me that they're willing to get as much money as possible and make it as hard as possible. But I do still think, though, money does talk, and if you put in that right offer, I still think they will accept. But it's just that it's whether someone wants to come and pay that type of money that you kind of know you're paying a little bit over the price for. For me, Robbie Fowler, bro, Robbie Fowler's just saying it how it is, you know? He's just saying it how it is. He might be all cutting ties when it comes to certain things and to do with Liverpool, but he don't care, bro, because he's had enough. He's tired of it, just like how I am. I'm tired of it, man. These excuses and, you know, JW Henry with his apology looking like them man there have like some type of setup and them man they've got something behind the camera. He's just got to obey. Do you get what I'm saying? And man can see script in the glasses, and I don't know, man. And that, do you know what it was for me? I know he done that afterwards, and I feel that apology was kind of empty. It was that club statement that I can't get over, you know.
Yeah.
But there's like 47 words, no sorry, no nothing. Like we've been all of us have been supporting this club since we were born, or since you understood football, and you couldn't even say sorry, we made a mistake. Like you're just gonna.
Well, he came out the next day with.
No. He came out the next day because he saw what happened because of the reaction to that statement. When people were saying, "Right, is that all you got?" That's when he come out and said that. Jeff, the right thing to do, if that was the case, you do that instead of the Twitter statement. You go and make that video apology before that stupid Twitter statement. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, bro. They only done that.
I hear you,
bro.
But I'm just saying. I'm saying it was all fake anyway, bro. So
obviously, they only done that because of peer pressure anyway, because it's about image. These guys care about their image. It's only image. Remember that. They were the last ones. Remember when I said this? I think you disagree with me, but Liverpool and Man United were the last two people to pull out of this whole thing because the Americans were so heavy on the Super League thing, they weren't willing to back down. That's why you're hearing reports come out only now. Jordan Henderson had to be on the phone to my man and tell man, like, what's really good? Like, are we really doing this? Like, tell me what's the truth? That's what I want to say. Well, that's what I was saying to you before, Jim. It weren't that Liverpool were the second or third one out, bro. We were till last minute, bro. Don't let man fool you.
I was just watching Sky innit, and they were the ones who said that Liverpool and Man United pulled out after Chelsea and Man City. I think apparently Tottenham officially are the last one who pulled out, whichever way you want to look at it. But that's neither here nor there, to be honest.
Yeah, for real. What it is,
to be honest, Tottenham are the team that have handled things the worst, in my opinion.
The damage has been done, though. Like, it's done.
To be honest with you, the only reason why I don't even feel angry towards Tottenham, or I don't even know if I was a Tottenham fan if I would be that angry, is like you can kind of more get why Tottenham did it than anyone else. So even though it's all still morally wrong and what have you, you can understand a team that is trying to become something, trying to get a leg up, because they probably will never, ever, ever be there if they don't, and they might regret that they missed the opportunity that they could have done it. Whereas everyone else has the prestige that they should have had way more thought process before even considering tarnishing. There's not really much to tarnish at Tottenham without taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? I know they do have history, but it's nowhere near like what the other clubs have. You know what I mean? How many times have Tottenham won the league? Is it only twice or something? How many times have Tottenham won the league?
I'm not too sure. I do know Tottenham are actually the fifth most successful team in England.
Yeah, but what that means...
But I think that's just all FA Cups, though, isn't it? Because they were a very good FA Cup team back in the day. I don't know. I could be being disrespectful to them, but I think they've only won the league twice, though, or something like that. They've never won a European Cup. Like, they don't really have like much. Do you know what I mean? Like to kind of jeopardize compared to Arsenal with their 13 league titles, us with our 19, Man U with their 20. Do you know what I mean? Like, we obviously European wise, Arsenal
Man
maybe
City.
wanted that shortcut because they don't have any European pedigree at all. But for Man U to have 3 and I think 2 UEFA Cups, and we've got, is it 4 UEFA Cups and 6 Champions? Like it's like, I mean, obviously when it comes to European pedigree, we're just way
Oh
out.
yeah,
Like,
we're clear. We're clear of everyone, innit? We're clear.
so you know what I mean? It was a bit of a mad one.
So what's your thoughts on Robbie Dendriff?
I like that there's people who's just saying it how it is, man. You know what I mean? Just you have to keep it real, man. You can't really be. And you know what? I think a few of those people, obviously, they can get backlash for it. But one thing that I think the fan pressure has shown is, like, he's an ambassador for Liverpool, right? If Liverpool tried to sack him for him just saying how the fans feel, they don't want that backlash.
They would never do that to Fowler.
They don't want that backlash. And I'm not saying that they can't do it or they won't do it because of the possibility maybe they could. But that's another thing that they're going to end up messing themselves up for. You're going to treat our legend like that because he's just telling you what we feel. Like that's another backlash that they probably don't want. You know what I mean?
I do think Fowler worded it very smartly, though. And Fowler doesn't get credit, but Fowler's a very smart guy. He didn't say he wants FSG out. He says now would probably be a good time to sell if he was them. Which also probably means he reckons he wants them out. But, I mean, you can see where he's coming from. Again, we could be here all day speaking about FSG, but until they want to sell, they're not going to sell. And that is a sad reality of it. So we've got to hope they can do something.
Guys, they're not going to sell, man. That's why I said to you, look, we've got to buckle down and milk them. They're not going to sell.
I will say this. I don't think, do you know what I will say? If there's any positive to look for this situation, like I said before, now is the right time for somebody to try and rival FSG and try and buy Liverpool.
I agree.
The time is now because they're vulnerable, innit? Their image is hurt. They want to get us back on side, so to speak. So people, you see the Sharks that have kind of went away for a couple of years. Right now, bro, they're here, innit? They're here.
Yeah. But you know what, though, bro?
Hear some more stories of
in the same breath, and this is one of the reasons why I feel like they wouldn't sell, even though. Like you are right that like it would be the easier time to kind of like prey on them because they might think, let's just like, you know what I mean, everything's going wrong. When you're as prideful as they are and most businessmen are, you want to fix the problem and then you've eradicated that part of history that is going to drag your name down. If you walk away, you will always be synonymous with that bullshit. And I feel like that is the reason why they would probably maybe even be more reluctant to walk away now than maybe before. They want to be the guys who they want to become the anti-hero. They want to like correct the problem and get us back on side and prove that you know what I mean? Like, they don't want to be the guy who just walked away and then everyone believes that they were sinister, they were as bad, and they never get a chance to like get rid of that bad stigma. Do you get what I mean? Like if they go to buy another club, everyone will remember what they did to us and not want them. But if they fix what's going on here, they can kind of walk away a little bit. Like I don't mean to go this far, but like you see like a guy who cheats on his wife, but he's a very good husband afterwards and he's apologetic for it. You kind of forget he did that. Do you get what I mean? Like if it comes up, you might be like, oh yeah, shit, he did, innit? Like because it's like 10 years ago or whatever. But you kind of forget because he corrected it, he was sorry, and he became a good husband afterwards. But if they break up from that affair, he's always an arsehole. He'll be an arsehole forever.
But here's the thing.
You can't fix that. Do you get what
I
I mean?
think you're looking into it too deep, Diff. I think we're just still making them money and we're still arguably one of the best assets in their portfolio.
Oh no, that plays a massive part.
No, but not even
the biggest part.
I feel like sometimes
they've got to hold their reputation, guys, because they're gonna want to buy other clubs and they've got other businesses that they've got to run.
No, but here's the difference: they will try to. But here's the thing, though: what you're saying is true. But sometimes when you're in a position where you realize it's untenable or the damage is already done, sometimes there's nothing you can do but walk away. That's for FSG. What you got to remember is this: if this was baseball, it'll be different. The Red Sox, that's their baby. This is Liverpool. This is not their baby. It's a massive part of their portfolio, and it's a massive part of the group of maybe collective that they want to keep and want to spread. And do you know what I'm saying? But right now, the way how things are, it would not surprise me if people keep showing interest, and eventually they're like, do you know what? They all come around the table, whatever, and they're like, do you know what? Yeah, the damage already done. There's nothing more we can do. All right, fair play. We're gonna, our reputation will be tarnished, obviously in England. But we've still got Red Sox. We've still got this. We've still got that. They got what's it, Redbird or whatever they are, Capital Bird or whatever it is. Their man there now have just bought into FSG. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Remember, FSG, not Liverpool. They'll be all right regardless. So I look at it as this: they will try and stick it in, stick in the long game or whatever. But I'll be honest with you, people are going to test them, and it's going to be clear to see how they really feel over the next coming months, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Sorry, Cal. I think they maybe would feel how you're thinking, Matt, if they've tried a couple things and it hasn't worked. I don't really imagine them walking away without trying to heal the wound first. I feel like they're gonna try and do a few things, and if we're still not having it, then they'll have that feeling you'll have of like, guys, like we just gotta like walk away. But I don't think they'll walk away until they've done a couple of attempts to butter us up. I don't know what those things will be, but I feel like they're gonna try and butter us up a few times before they make that decision.
They will try,
it can't be fixed, and let's just walk away, kind of thing.
Fair dude's going to get through some super chats. So thank you everyone for being patient with the super chats. So AA says, I don't blame Adrian for his starters unsettling the team, and we haven't recovered from Aston Villa. That game opened the door for teams to attack us. I think teams were attacking us before that though, because Leeds got 3 against us before that game as well. So I think that's a little harsh on Adrian, even though he was terrible that day and he's not the best of goalkeepers.
It stemmed back from the back end of last season when people felt they could attack us, to be honest.
Yeah. MF says Mane went from turning Manuel Neuer to missing sitters. His decline is sad to see. I hope he improves. LFT channel says Drifty is not having it. LOL. Musa LFC says Salah almost has the same amount of goals as the other 3 put together. We have a front 3 that share the burden. If Salah doesn't score, the others should. Very true. Sean Swain says mad thing is your defending players you bet against. Oh, Sean, let it go, man.
Jesus, tell me about
it. It's the speaker. FSG should make every home game free next season. That ain't gonna happen. That's never gonna happen.
Never. After the crisis, after the pandemic.
You know why Sean's upset with himself? Because he ended up doing it. He saw what happened. He was like, "Oh shit, I profited from it."
Maybe, I don't know. Yafu says Mane's still better than Neymar, lads. Not on current form or this season. Mane better than Neymar. Not this current season and not on form. He's not. Asen Industries, Drifty, Drifty, you went in on Firmino lacking goals and assists, but Mane. Thank you, Craig Richards, for your super chat. Selection says since we have been getting longer waiting periods between games, Mane has looked a lot better, especially in the last 3 games. Scoring is his problem. Musa LFC 21 says, not gonna lie, I disagree, Matt. I think Mane is on the decline. Same with Salah and Bobby. We've seen the best of them, especially as a trio. Bring in Sancho, please. Interesting point. Himanshu says, big up Fowler, coaching in India, SC East Bengal. Nisa says, hey bros, if FSG sell Michael Edwards has to say at all costs, we can't find a replacement for the GOAT. Hope all is well, lads.
That's a very good point. Very good point, because he's part of the FSG board. Again, it's a very good point. What happens to Michael Edwards if they sell? Does he go along with them? He's part of the board. Remember him, Tom Werner, Mike Gordon, Michael Edwards, JW Henry. They might all go together,
Just quickly,
I'm pretty sure Edwards been at the club a long time though. I don't know if he
is he under the FSG umbrella though. I'm trying to think. I know it's definitely JW Henry, Tom Werner, and Mike Gordon. Those are the 3, and those 4 are definitely under the umbrella. I don't think
Edwards is. I think Edwards was brought in.
Was he brought in?
Under the umbrella, yeah.
Oh, we might have caught a blind then. You might be right, so. You might be right.
So, guys, just quickly, based on the thing about coaching in India, that just made me remember. Mad prayers going out to India right now. They are suffering on a madness right now. So, man.
Prayers definitely.
Man.
That's horrible to watch.
Yeah.
100%, bro.
Agopa says, I bet if Mane was penalty kick taker, That would boost his confidence. Salah without pen only has 6 more goals than Mane in the league this season. It's still 6 more though. I don't get why we take away penalties, because a lot of those Salah probably won the penalty as well. So
No, I think he's just saying
I'm not
scoring
trying
the
to crap on
penalty
that
might
stupid.
like get your confidence up, kind of thing.
I don't know. I don't know if it would.
And also, just quickly, has Salah missed the penalty this season?
Don't put that in the air, Matt.
No. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a funny question.
He hasn't. So
That's
saying,
what
don't
saying.
jinx it, bro.
No,
But,
bro, I'm not jinxing. I'm just saying. Remember, you have to convert them. I think people think it's a penalty. That it's an automatic goal. You got to convert the penalty, bro. Have to.
1975 Jamrock. Fowler can. Oh.
Disagree? Disagree?
Fowler can jump out the window for all I care. Player wages and transfers fees are the reason we are in this. Let me see current players and former players say, you know what, we are asking for too much wages. I completely disagree. 1975 Jamrock. Like,
what's
are we gonna sit? Are we really gonna sit here and act like FSG are broke? Like, they're not broke. And again, I say to you, they've set up structure whereby we pay out more based on bonuses. So you can't complain that we win and then have to pay out bonuses and then complain when we don't get into Europe and lose out on money. It's got to be one of the two. And no, I don't think players should cut back on their salaries. It's their job. Like, if, like, really and truly, I'm sure you were at 1975 Jamrock. Would you, if your company was struggling and told you better take a pay cut, or you need to come to me and tell me you want a pay cut, but yet they're billionaires and millionaires, what would you say to that? We can't just lose sight of that. Sean Swain, let it go. Are you mad? I live for this banter. Fair enough, Sean.
Battling by yourself, though. I'm just saying.
1975 Jamrock says players are against this because it caps their wages. No, again, 1975 Jamrock, it's not because of that. It's because a lot of them have dreamed of playing Champions League, World Cup, European Cups, etc. Like, they didn't grow up thinking, I want to be in this Super League with certain teams for the next 23 years and not play my domestic league. Like, it's not that simplistic. I don't get that. It's not that simplistic. When you look at the Super League and you break it down as to what it was disgraceful how they put it together. You're basically taking your assets and you're putting them together with other assets and saying, screw the rest of the football world. Like, I don't get what's so complicated about it. Like, and let's be honest, Perez can say all these things about wage caps. Perez can write stuff down. It's not worth the paper it's written on. If you believe Perez over other things, then no one can help. The guy's a serial liar and will do anything to see Real Madrid on top. Like, I don't see why this is so difficult to comprehend.
You know what's quite interesting, guys? Do you think that they're gonna screw Real Madrid over in the UEFA Champions League because obviously he's in beef with UEFA?
Oh, he's got his fingers in pies. No, he's got his fingers in pies and all that, man. He's fine.
No, but bruv, UEFA and him literally are like the worst of enemies right now.
Yeah, they say that, but bruv, they'll be in bed tomorrow, bruv. Like, it's what they do.
I don't know, he's been at loggerhead against UEFA for a while, bruv.
They're both as corrupt as each other, man. They're both.
I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea get a penalty that they don't deserve in the 90th minute.
I would. Jamie Phillips, forgive me, please, but I'm not FSG out. I'll explain on Friday. There's nothing to forgive you about, bro. I don't have a problem with anyone who's FSG in. And again, I only speak for myself. I don't have a problem. What I do have a problem is when I see people who blindly support them and won't call them out on when they're wrong. That's what I have a problem with. If you're FSG in, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
Do you know what? Yeah, even though I don't care that it happened in regards to the big teams deserve whatever backlash they get. One thing I do find a little bit kind of mad is everyone acted like the big team said they want to leave the Premier League when it was actually the Premier League saying they'll kick them out. That's the only thing that I think the wires keep getting crossed and people keep on acting like the big six team said, we're gone. they didn't. The Premier League said they would kick them out. So I think that's the only thing that's just, I don't care they're getting backlash, but sometimes regardless of what it is, the story should still be straight. And like the story's acting like they went, we're leaving the Premier League and we're just going to go and do this thing here. And that isn't actually what happened. It's just a bit weird.
This is basically what happened, though, to use one of your analogies that you've used in this show. A man goes out and cheats and gets caught. He's not going to say, I'm leaving the house. But the wife is definitely going to say, pack your bags and get out, right?
100.
So he's still in the wrong, isn't it?
100, yeah.
Oh, no, of course he's in the wrong. But I'm saying the story has got a bit twisted to the point where it sounds way like different to what actually is. Like, when people, if anyone's uneducated on the subject, they'll be like, are you kidding me? Liverpool said they're not going to be in the Premier League anymore. What are they thinking? It's like, that's actually not what happened.
No, but
it's just like it got completely like lost in.
What were people thinking that though? Because I thought it was
I've heard people thinking that like it's a thing like Man U, Liverpool, and them were like, we're done and we're leaving the Premier League.
I thought it was kind of clear that when they were like, Liverpool obviously no. In fact, there was even a thing that said, they want the Super League to run alongside their usual season.
But that's not what the narrative is in the media, though, bro. They're making the story like they said they're ducking out and leaving the Premier League to burn.
No, that was never the case. That was more the Premier League or whatever saying, you're not going to be in it anymore and whatnot. And UEFA was saying, well, then you can't be in the Premier League then. Like, it was never a case of.
We know who's skewing the stories, don't we?
Yeah, of course.
Right. The other side of the equation that's as corrupt as the other side of the equation. So nothing surprises me.
Yeah.
It's you're basically it's Sergeant Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik, in it. They're both baddies. Just whoever wins, innit? It just is what it is. Like,
for real.
1975 Jamrock, Callum, and that's the problem. Too many people don't know how to read financials. The Big Six wanted to stay in the domestic league. Stay in the domestic league. It's the Champions League. That's actually very false.
Yeah.
Again, I get you. I'm not disputing that they wanted to leave the Premier League, but they would have kind of had to, because how is it going to work? They didn't discuss anything with the Premier League, so how can they say we're going to work with the Premier League and we're still going to be in the Premier League when they didn't speak to the Premier League about it? It doesn't make sense. Like, the way they approached it is all wrong. If they wanted to do a Super League, fair enough. But you involve everyone who you're currently involved with now. Like, it's just facts. It's just the way it goes. It's like, we've got a thing here, me, Matt, and Drift on Kopish. I can't just randomly bring someone in and say, right, this is our fourth member all the time now, guys. Cool, let's do this. Matt and Drift are going to be like, well, we've not discussed it. And who is this brother? Like, it's just, you have to discuss it. And they didn't discuss it. Agopa, some people in the club hate Arab owners to buy us. I don't know how true that is and how true that's not.
I don't know. Let's ask people in the club, I guess. Ask them, man.
Ems88 says, big up Kop-Ish. Want a squad that have 7 or 8 players chipping in with goals. Depending on 3 or 4 players ain't helping us. Clinical striker needed. Kane for me. 1975 Jamrock. The Super League were going to be played midweek. That's fair enough. Again, I get you. And again, I'm not trying to say what you're saying is wrong. It's not. But Premier League games are played midweek as well. So the conversations have to be had. So what happens if there's a Premier League fixture list on the midweek? What do you prioritize over one or the other? Like, there has to be discussion. I'm not sitting here saying the Super League is a stupid idea. It was executed terribly. That's what my annoyance with it. And then thank you to Bear for your super sticker as well. Right, let's go on to the next topic. Shouts Craig Richardson for your super chat as well, Craig. Memphis Depay linked with Liverpool on a free at the end of the season. Top quality player, very versatile. Obviously, great friends with Genie and Virgil as well. Has been linked heavily with Barcelona. Barcelona were looking at trying to get him last season and in January at a cut price. Weren't able to make it happen. In June, his contract ends with Lyon. 1, do we have a chance of getting him? And 2, would it be a no-brainer for him to come to Liverpool?
We got a chance. I think I don't think we're gonna get Champions League. Like let's just get out of it. I don't think we're gonna get. So will we get Memphis Depay based on no Champions League? Yeah, we have a chance to get him. Will he enhance our squad? Yes. Can he play false nine? Yes. Can he play across the front three? I don't think he'll have the same effect. I still think his best position is through the middle because he's not blessed with lightning pace like the others, but he's quick enough. I think Memphis Depay will be one that we'd have to probably fight against other teams because there'll be other teams that are willing to offer him Champions League, like your Barcelona. But again, I don't know. Like, if you want to go for a like-for-like replacement, in my opinion, then he's a good shout. But I think if you're after an out-and-out striker, I wouldn't go for Depay though. Like, he's a good player, but is he the player that we need? But dare I say, he might be the only player that we can kind of. It's the only player that we can attract, but he might be like the caliber that we may have to go for if we don't make Champions League. But then someone put a good name in the chat just now.
This is going to open up a can of worms, by the way. Shout out to Jamie.
What Jamie said?
Rumours Kane could be sold for only 80 million because of financial problems and COVID, and Kane's demanding a move.
Oh, well,
80 million.
Then you know City have got him.
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be real. I would love
we ain't
to
getting
see.
Kane.
Listen, I'm gonna be real. People, let me ask you this simple question. If FSG bought Harry Kane, right, like, let's say they bought Harry Kane, would you forgive FSG? Yes or no in the chat? I just want to see what people's responses are. And then I'm going to ask Cal and Drift.
And then when you're also answering the question, make sure you like the video as well, guys. We've got over 800 of you watching. Let's get these likes up. At least 500 likes, people. Takes a second to hit the like button.
Yes or no, people? If Harry Kane was to come to Liverpool, do you forgive FSG, yes or no? I see a couple of no's so far.
No, I wouldn't. No. But I would be very happy, and I'd also say they would have surprised me in a good way.
That's the thing, Matt. I think your question is it's worded wrongly. I think that's what it is.
It's a fair question.
No.
It's a fair question.
No,
but I think it's worded wrongly because it's kind of like
it's not. It's a straightforward.
More what you should ask is, would people accept Kane rather than forgive? Because it won't be a forgiving thing, but everybody would still be happy that Kane.
Who wouldn't accept Kane though, bro?
That's what I'm gonna say. Who wouldn't accept him though?
No, but by the original argument we had right at the beginning, it sounded like Matt was like, "I don't want anything off them. I don't care what they do."
What I said,
like, piss off kind of thing.
Bob, it's a simple question. All I said is, if we was to get Harry Kane, do you forgive them? Yes or no? Some people might sit there and go, "Do you know what? We don't ever buy no top quality players, blah, 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 from since when?" I will forgive them. Some people might say yes, bro. And again, in my opinion, there's no right or wrong answer because I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for what I believe in. That's just what I think and what I feel. People have the right to say yes if they want to. It doesn't make them bad people. It just means that they're happy with Harry Kane. Certain people are saying yes now. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't forgive them, but I would have to come on here and I'd have to show them praise with the same energy as when they mess up. I would have to give them their praise. I'd have to.
All right, people, I'm going to give you the last one. Let me pattern this question, yeah? Let me pattern this right now. Let me see what you lot have got. This is to all of you. This is to you as well, Cal, and to you as well, Dave. FSG, if they stay next season, they will get us Kane, Mbappe, Varane, Aouar, and Neto. Yeah?
What are you smoking over there, man?
Here, or they leave and we don't know what the future holds. Do you want FSG to stay the long haul because they give us all them players, or do you want them to leave? Yes or no? It's a straight yes or no.
If they give us those players, then yeah, I'd be more willing to give them the long game, yeah. But we know that's not happening.
No, but I just want to see where your head's at, bro.
Yeah, I agree with Cal because it would prove to me that they realize how badly they messed up and they're trying to make amends to correct that. And as I said to you, if I see massive effort with your apology, I might slightly feel like you mean it. And it doesn't mean I'm going to forget what you did or start acting like it never happened. But bro, if they bought Kane, and what you said is ridiculous in terms of the price, but if we just work it out,
Kane,
that would mean
that's
they
why-
went on a £400 million summer spree. To me, that would prove that they're trying to show it's not just about money, because that would mean they spent 300 million of their own money.
See, I'm looking at it differently. This is what I'm gonna say.
Matt, I don't know why you're gonna act like you would be over the moon.
Let me finish. When you're a billionaire, and because you're not fronting nothing, people will think of you in a certain way. So we've been thinking all this time, these men are cheap, rare, they don't want to spend their money. So you're telling me after one sticky situation, these men will be like, do you know what? I know how to get these men back on side. Now, come and just open up the thing in it. We'll open it up for them, man. They open it up and give us what we want. All's forgotten. For me personally, I'm not trying to say I wouldn't be happy, but I'm just saying, don't let money just like overrule everything. I'm just saying, don't let it overrule everything. And I don't think you lot are saying that, but I just feel like there's going to come a point. It's not going to be like that. Obviously, that's extraordinary what I said. But there's going to come a point in FSG, even it could be this summer, you know, it could be Kanate, it could be, I don't know, like 3 or 4 other players. And we all might to think, well, you know what? Since they're putting in the financial backing, maybe they really mean it. Maybe they're really sorry. For me personally, if you're a snake, you're always a snake, you know? It don't matter how much money you got. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to say that I wouldn't be sitting there going, God, them man just done the thing. But I'm going to be real. I, for me, would still want them to be like, you know what? That's all nice and all, but you know who you are, innit? Because I know at certain one point, you could come back and be that snake. Yeah, and be that snake that you always are. Once a snake, always a snake, in my opinion, bro.
That's true, bro. That's true. But at the end of the day, we kind of have to worry about any owner having their own interest 100%. When they're that rich. And here's the thing: even though what they did was completely unforgivable with regards to they tried to rip the heritage of the club away. One thing I will say, and you lot know I'm not even like sticking up for them because I was FSG out before any of you lot, so it wasn't even popular when I said it. In fact, I had a lot of people kind of looking at me sideways like, right, you're saying it out loud, bro. Raw. So like, it's not like I've got any like extra love for them or anything. But our owners are down the middle. And what they did being that effed up, I'm still going to try and keep a tiny bit of like resemblance to like sanity in how mad I get when we might not have a Chelsea and a Sheikh Mansour level of ownership where they always very much have Chelsea and Man City's best interest, and they make sure on the pitch is always about that life. But guys, let's be honest, our owners are still way better than Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United and Tottenham's. So we've always kind of had like down the middle owners. Do you get what I mean? Like it's one of them ones where
we had with those comments, you know, Drift. I'm not gonna lie.
You what, sir?
There's arguments to be had with those comments.
Yeah, fair enough. If you want to bring me some arguments that might make me see other things to think differently, then fair enough. I still think that the way that other clubs move is worse than ours.
But I know what you're saying, because I think, here's the thing. I get what you're saying. FSG, listen, they're not the worst owners we've ever had in our history. They're not. Let's just put it as black and white. They're not. We've had Hicks and Gillette. Like, them man were arguing amongst themselves. One of them was siding with Rafa. The other one wasn't siding with Rafa. Rafa only went to one of them like it was stupid. They hated each other. They couldn't get... Like, that's just dumb, innit? That just got petty and dumb, innit? These men aren't like that. But what they are, though, is they are very manipulative and they will do things behind our backs. This is what they tried to do with the Super League. And I will stress this again. These men only pulled out because they got caught. Pause. They only pulled out because they got caught. Yeah? I'll leave that one there for you, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into the FSU comparing with other clubs.
No. This is just about them. They just got caught. They just got caught.
I think the Glazers, the Cronkies.
Yeah, the Americans. Yeah, the Americans were heading the thing.
They're all as bad as each other, those. And Levy, I think they're all as bad as each other.
Again, at the end of the day,
the owners I rate.
Disagree with you, bro. But
I rate Villa's owners. I rate Abramovich, I rate City's owners, and I rate Leicester's owners.
But do you really think FSG are as bad as Kroenke and Glazers? Honestly, Glazers take severance money constantly out the club. Flipping Kroenke don't even go to games.
Neither does FSG.
Bruv,
Bro,
FSG
Henry was at the Champions League final. He was.
Oh, the
One
Champions
game,
League final.
No. But what I'm trying to
Brother.
say is, at least acknowledge if your team's in a big game. Thingy, Cronk. When did Arsenal ever get to European finals? Yeah, they were in the Europa League final. Their owner didn't even bother to turn up.
Bruv, don't be fooled. Just because J.W. Henry came to a Champions League, don't mean say he's going to be there for Europa. Bro,
Listen, I'm not saying FSG are good owners again.
Yeah,
don't misquote me because you don't know that I'm not saying
I
that.
don't think FSG were there for the Europa League final.
For real,
I can't say yes or no to that because I
don't think they were. There was no talk about it because whenever they come to look at a game or whatever, there's always a big talk that the owner's going to be there. Remember, yeah, when Jurgen Klopp is going back and forth, if I'm not mistaken, it's Mike Gordon. That's the one, if I'm not mistaken, that kind of liaises. So he does a lot of stuff in the UK and US, and obviously he liaises with Tom Werner and JW. The actual owner of the club, JW, fam, I'm gonna be real, fam. He's missing a lot. He'll come for the odd game with obviously with his wife and whatnot.
Of course. But I'm telling you now, I'm not having Kroenke, Glazer, or Levy and them man
bro, I'm
over
not saying,
FSG.
Not agree, but it's like
so that means they're not as bad then.
No, but I never said that. I didn't say they're the worst. I think
it's simplistic for all of us to sit here and say we wouldn't. I think you have to break down the different elements of the ownership and then actually make a decision based on.
But what it is that never be afraid of change. Just because there's people out there with worse, like for example, Mike Ashley, as you said, Kroenke. These men are worse here, bro. But sometimes it's about if an opportunity arises. Obviously, we can't control it because it's more to do with whether they sell or whatever. We shouldn't be afraid to go into the unknown, bro. We are Liverpool. We'll always be here.
That's not what I said.
No, but I'm just saying though, because you're like, oh, I don't want to be like Kroenke and them, and I don't want to be like they're worse.
No,
yes,
I'm saying
worse.
I'm trying to not go. I'm trying to not.
There's always going to be
so
worse.
Emotionally angry at them that I don't think about the fact that even though they've done things wrong in terms of ownership with clubs who are at the top, we don't have the worst owners. That's all I'm saying.
No, but I never said it, bro. I started it.
No, I never said you said. I'm saying that's how I'm trying to look at it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what's stopping me from being as angry as I would if I was an Arsenal fan. If I was a Man U fan, I would be angry if I was fans of those clubs because I feel like their owners did this, but their owners are worse. Their owners are constantly sucking their clubs dry. And making their clubs fall into mediocrity.
No, Jeff, what you're saying is true. But one thing we mustn't do as well as Liverpool, let's not watch face, innit? Let's not worry about what their owners are doing. It's about us and how we should be treated, though. We're Liverpool Football Club. We're bigger than them.
Can I ask a genuine question here? If you put, how can I phrase this without it coming off like a cheap shot? All right, so what, in your opinion, makes the City owners a good owner, or the Leicesters, or whoever? What is it?
That they have the club's best interest at heart, rather than their own.
All right. So, in my opinion, I don't think FSG does have the club's best interest at their heart. I think
I don't think they do either. But they're the lesser of the evils of the others. That's the point I'm making.
So no, but and again. But this is where I'm saying, so like, again, so apart from that, what else would you say other owners do well that you'd want from FSG then?
What they do well, did you say?
Yeah, what's a good ownership? What does a good ownership look like for you?
I just said, if you have the club's best interest and everything you do is about the benefit of the club rather than yourself as the owner. You can make mistakes because everybody makes mistakes, but all your intentions are to better the club rather than to just benefit financially for yourself.
If that's the case, I think, dare I say, Levy has got more of the benefit. He wants better for Tottenham than, in my opinion, FSG want for Liverpool. If that's the case, then
I don't know, because I feel like if you watch the way he's willing to let Tottenham just not. Do you know why I disagree, Cal? Because he sacked Mourinho before a cup final because it would just save them a couple million. That's not having the best interest of the club at heart. That's thinking about things just from a money point of view.
No, but that's one aspect. Like when you think of everything else Levy's done.
Cal, come on, man. You can't just dismiss it. That is a big thing to do.
I never dismissed it. I said that's one thing. Let's turn around and look at the other things he does for the sake of Tottenham. He's built them a new ground. He's he's kept players against their will and all that for the betterment of the club. He sold players not to other clubs in England, just for like let's not forget we sold Sterling to Manchester City, who are our biggest rivals now. Like I'm not sitting
How
here saying Levy's an
he
angel, but Levy for me loves Tottenham more than FSG love Liverpool. I don't think that's a dispute.
Jordan
Levy
is.
loves the club.
you know what?
He's
I
not,
think
he's,
I
Jordan
think
he's
he
not,
loves
he's not great,
Tottenham.
but
I
Yeah.
think he loves Tottenham more than FSG love
I think
Liverpool, but I
Yeah.
think he's just as inclined, if not worse, to still think of himself to the detriment of Tottenham. Because if you think about all the things that he done under Poch, he didn't once try to make sure that Tottenham could win. He just kept, and you see the stadium and all that. The stadium is financial gain, you know, for them. He didn't do that for the fans to say, look how great our stadium is. He did that so that they started to generate more money than nearly every other club in the world.
Hear this now. I don't know whether this might be a bit neutral. I kind of agree with both of you. This is what I say about Daniel Levy. I do think Daniel Levy potentially has the better interest at heart than FSG, like in terms of the fans and how he feel, like how the fans are going to feel and whatnot. The difference is though is that Daniel Levy is too heavily invested. So when I say that, when Pochettino was coming out saying, I'm not the manager, I'm the coach," it's because it's like Daniel Levy sees this as his baby and he's a bit possessive. It's like, well, I'm picking these players for you. It's like, well, no, it's not like Daniel Levy is picking bad players, just that he's picking his players because he's too heavily involved. And I think Daniel Levy isn't the worst owner. It's just that, again, when you're possessed like that and you're overzealous at certain points and you see things as you're the manager, you're the owner, you're the coach, that's when wires gets crossed. And that's when I feel like when it came to Poch, remember, Poch had a decent window. I think one of the windows when he got like Ndombele and whatever and a couple of other players. And I don't even know whether they were Pochettino's like players that he wanted. It's just that Levy was like, do you know what? You need players, I'll give you some, but it just might not be your first picks. But I think these players are good. And I think that's what it is. He's too heavily invested.
No, Matt, if you go and talk to Tottenham fans, you'll realise when it comes to transfers, they are shafted. He made them go three windows and didn't give them anything.
No, but again, I'm not saying.
Imagine if FSG made us go three windows and didn't give us anything.
No, but bro, I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying it's gospel, but then he also helped them like get the stadium as well. Like I don't think if an owner, in my opinion, if an owner doesn't like think about the fans and whatnot and whatever, he's not also going to try and get you a stadium. Albeit he's realised doing that stadium though has mean they've got to rein in the transfers. Do you know what I'm saying? That there comes a price.
No, man, they built that stadium so that their income increased to the level where I think I heard it makes them the second best club in terms of match day revenue. So, like in the long run, that will make them one of the most self-sustainable clubs.
Of course, but why would you not want that?
No, I'm not saying you wouldn't want that, but you can't say he did that for the club. That's financial. Like, you know, that's thinking about money rather than...
No, I think that's both true.
Yeah.
I don't think you could just say he's just done it just for the money.
Yeah. All right, it is both. But
if that's the case, then FSG building new stand is the same thing.
No, but I was going to say when Matt said that, even though FSG didn't build us a new stadium, they made our stadium way better. Our stadium looks twice as good as it did before they did that.
But that's because we needed more fans.
We needed more match revenue, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's credit to them, then, right?
Yeah, no, of course. But remember, we could also say.
I'm just trying to see where we are in terms of like, are we going to keep that energy on?
No, bro. My whole point is this: doing? Daniel Levy, I think, has the club's interest at heart. I just think again, he's too hands-on. For me, he's too hands-on, innit? That's how I see Daniel Levy.
Like, maybe.
Poch, why not give Poch the same money? Like them players you bought, why not just let Poch pick the players he wanted? Like I know Poch did pick some of them, but I don't think he picked all of them, innit? And I think it's a case of Jose Mourinho. I don't know the ins and outs of Mourinho wanted the same players or whatever. There's always I think
a Tottenham fan just said the fans actually didn't want the new stadium. If that's true, then I guess it's not technically doing what the fans want.
It's not. No, but that could be a minority, though. You can't just base it on.
He or she can't speak for the whole fan base.
Yeah, for the whole fan base.
All right, let's use Arsenal for an example. I think it's pretty unanimous that more people than not didn't want to leave Highbury and actually didn't want to go to the Emirates.
No, John, it is though.
fans. That's hindsight. Fans at the time couldn't wait to
Yeah,
be
they were.
I'm not gonna
gassed
lie,
about
you
it.
know, everyone I spoke to actually was like really apprehensive about doing it.
Not
I
nice.
remember at the time, I mean, obviously I'm not generalizing, but at the time, every Arsenal fan I spoke to was really upset about leaving Highbury, like really upset about it, and they weren't really in it. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
Sorry, I've got it wrong. People are correcting me. They are right. So Joe Lewis is the
Yeah, it's the
owner.
owner. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is Daniel Levy, in my opinion, still has so
He's the
much.
face, yeah.
He's the face of it, innit? He has a lot of say in Spurs, though. Like more so than maybe others. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. That's just how I see certain things. And maybe he's just a front. Maybe Daniel Levy is just a front. He's just a face. But I don't know, man. When you hear a coach say things like, "Raw," like Daniel Levy, no, when you put Poch's exact words were something like, "I am not the coach." No, so I'm not the manager.
I'm just the coach.
I'm the coach. Ask Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
That's why I said that, because it just made me, it flipped my brain in it. But do you get what I'm trying to say, people?
Yeah, because that's Poch saying I'm not able to do my job because of the way man's moving. And if we were sitting there and that was Liverpool and it was literally Klopp basically sitting in a press conference saying FSG is stopping me doing my job, we wouldn't turn around and say FSG's got the club's best interest at heart. We'd be like, what the hell are you lot doing back this manager?
He has said stuff like that. He said things like, we've got bills to pay, or we can't afford this, or we can't do that.
No, I'm saying like in that interview though, we gotta be real. The way Poch was talking in that interview was a man who was basically, without saying it, saying, "Oh, the owners are doing us over here, you lot, and I want you to know this is not my fault."
Well, that's because Poch wanted certain players and couldn't get them. But it's the same.
No, he just wanted he wanted any players. They made him Levy made him go 3 transfer windows and didn't give him anything.
They got bills to pay, bro. And it ain't at the line.
You know, but think about if you got the club's best interest at heart and your club's getting top 4 and you're getting to Champions League quarterfinals and finals and stuff like that. If you really are about the club's best interest, you build on that, just like how we had a problem with FSG not building on it. So you can't really say that Levy's doing everything for Spurs' best interest.
One thing you got to remember, up until they got their new stadium, Spurs' financial level was nowhere near like us, you know. Like it wasn't even close.
I've actually heard that their owner's richer than ours. You
know? No. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about because I don't know how their owner spends their money. Because what is quite clear, Drew, their owner doesn't go, "Oh, I'm Roman Abramovich, I'm gonna drop you 200 mil." Their owners need to do things like how we do, and that's whatever the club generates, we put back in. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And what I'm trying to say is this: they weren't operating at a certain level only until a couple of years ago. Even when they moved to the new stadium in the first place, they weren't operating close to that.
Yeah,
fair enough. I wouldn't want Levy to be running our club.
No, I'm not saying that.
No, not for that though. Not for that.
Chris Brack, Callum, you promised me I'd be full presenter. I will not speak about transfers during the season until a player is ours. I will not speak about that player or that presenter. Next question.
I think Cal just got baited trying to move like Super League, man.
You're saying Callum out in the comments.
I got fingers caught in the cookie jar and that, yeah. Them ones there.
That's a Cal Mourinho, you know. Sean Swain said, "Why always reference Champions League when talking transfers? We are Liverpool with Klopp, Champions League or not. We are the biggest pool. Stop with the small club mentality." I gotta be honest with you, I kind of agree with what Sean's saying. We've been conditioned, and I've said this a few times. Man United have missed out on Champions League. Chelsea have missed out on Champions League in recent years. They've gone out and they've done what they needed to do to get back into Champions League. Me,
that's what the Man United fans cry about, bro, that they only spend money when that situation happens. That's what all Man United fans tell me.
Man United fans say that, but really and truthfully, look at what they've spent since Fergie's been gone to know that that's not the case. They spend a lot of money. They just spent it wrong. That's why.
Yeah. I'm not even agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying, apparently, only when they mess up is when, like, a lot of them are thinking because they've got second now, they've had a good season. Like, they're not going to do anything in the summer because they're where they want to be. But then if they mess up, then they'll just spend money to just get back into it. That's what Man U fans tell me anyway.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Shall I tell you what it is with Man? Obviously, I'm not a Man U fan by any stretch of the imagination, so maybe I don't look at it with any sympathy or empathy. But you flipping spent 40 million on Donny, and he's on the bench for you for the whole season. That 40 mil could have gone somewhere else. So I can't sit here and feel sorry for a team that does stuff like that.
Mm.
I just can't. Like United are the second biggest spenders behind City, or they may even be above City. One or the two.
I think they might be. Both of them they're close. They're close. Yeah, they're close.
One spend their money well. The other doesn't spend their money well.
One thing I will say though is that you do definitely have a point with regards to when in Mourinho's first season or first full season, they didn't have any Champions League football, and they signed Mkhitaryan when he was still a good player.
Yeah.
Pogba for a record fee. Yeah. Ibrahimovic on dumb wages, and there was one other guy.
Di Marie. Was it Di Marie?
No, Di Marie was a season.
Was a season before
that. Oh. Anyway, I'm sure there was someone else, but even I can't even remember who it was. If you sign a peak Mkhitaryan, Ibrahimovic, and a peak Pogba, and you're not even in the Champions League, that's mad. I can't imagine Liverpool doing that ever. Not without Champions League football. Oh yeah, Eric Bailly. Imagine that was when Bailly was highly touted as well. And that is a great summer window, you know. Do you know how good that window is?
You don't have to convince me, bro.
Bailly and Ibrahimovic.
You don't have to convince me. This is what I'm saying.
It's a sensational summer. If you think about it.
Man United do this though. Like they spent. Let me give you an example. They spent what? 90
mil Lukaku.
90 mil, 75 rising to 90. Them man, they bought Bailly, who signed a new deal today, like for 30.
Bailly signed a new deal
today. To this day, today. That's right. Everybody, bro. Man signed a new deal today. You know.
He's more injured than Matip.
Bruv, he's more injured than Matip, Gomez, and the hologram.
Bro, this is why I don't have sympathy for them, to be honest. Let them do what they do.
They just love wasting money.
I do agree with Sean, though. I do think we as fans use the Champions League thing as an excuse. I'm not saying you can get every single player if you're not in Champions League. That's obviously not right. But I don't think it should be a hamper to most of our targets. If you've got
Cal,
5 targets,
I said it to you. Or it might have been Matt. I always forget who I was talking to about stuff. But I'm worried about not getting top 4 only for transfers. I don't know which one of you I was talking to about, but it's because I just know that's how the club's going to move. If I knew that we would go just as ham with or without top 4, I could deal with no Champions League for a year while Klopp gets the squad back in order, knowing that we're going to still get all the players that he needs to make that happen. But because I know we can't without Champions League, that's why I'm fretting over the Champions League.
Bro, what it is, we hear this and again, I don't want to dig them out, but in fact, I won't even say the names. I don't want to cause no dispute, but I'm just going to say what we hear every summer. When we're like, if we win stuff, you hear something like, Klopp's got an okay budget, but obviously it relies on player sales, right?
Or war chest.
No, you never hear war chest, but I'm gonna be real. You never hear war chest. Not from official sources, yeah. But you see, official sources this time around, if you go and check it, they'll say things like, "Well, if we obviously, Klopp had a certain size of kitty, but now that kitty is going to be obviously cut in half with no Champions League, and obviously player targets are now going to have to potentially change." We hear it all the time. That's why it's a case of like, when I talk about FSG, it's not just about what they've done, in terms of the Super League. It goes beyond that. It's like, why can't you do not even spoil us? We've deserved it. Over the last 3 to 4 years, we've worked hard to get where we are. If there's a summer where you feel like, okay, Liverpool haven't had the best season, why not give us the best chance you can give us? Do you know how you do that? You financially back the manager and try to give him as much as he can.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they do that. They don't do that. They just, they just do what they're doing it.
1975 Jamrock says, why do you want 3 players that had ACL and PCL tears? It's a fair point. Shall I tell you what it is when it comes to injuries, though? We've signed players who had clean bills of injuries and they've still got injuries. So I think some of it's luck, some of it's a case of a few other things.
And even though I do get the skepticism because of the worry of what we've been through, I think this season, at the moment, without jinxing him, Depay looks like it was a successful surgery and he's okay. Like when I'm watching him, he doesn't even look like he's lost any pace or anything. So
all right. So here's a comparison then, yeah. Fakir's missed 4 games since he moved to Real Betis, I think, through injury. How many has Keita, Ox? The list goes on, missed.
Yeah, it's hindsight, innit?
I mean, the argument against that could be that Betis' system isn't as intense as ours, and it could have been different at Liverpool. But your point is very valid that he was supposed to be injury prone, and Naby was a completely strong bill of health superstar. And you would actually think we signed Fakir, and it was Naby who went and was badding it up at Real Betis. So
yeah. Pimpin the stress said, "Thanks for that. Only message coming from the $3 billion fake offer when Liverpool valued the club at $2 billion is that FSG are going nowhere. God help us, you'll never walk alone." Matt Bickerzette says LeBron James and James Harden for centre back, and I'll forgive. You have the tallest and biggest centre back.
Man said James Harden. Actually, no, tell her that James Harden 6'5", isn't it? James Harden 6'5".
Yeah, I'm still backing Nat Phillips though. Still.
Hey, is it a coincidence that we lost as well with no Nat Phillips at the back?
Hey, I'm not speaking about Naldini, but
we didn't lose. We drew, remember?
Sorry, we drew. But no, I felt like I lost to me, bro. I felt like I lost.
Alfonso Bell says Mbappe or Haaland or Kane +2 equals a clean slate. That's fair enough. Leicester's ownership was sold to buy.
So we're losing you a bit now.
Yeah, I don't know if it was me or whether
we're losing you a bit, bro.
Yeah, you were going a bit glitchy for a little bit.
Testing. How am I now?
You're back now. You're back.
So we didn't hear who the super chat was from, bro. So at the beginning.
1975 Jamrock said I thought Leicester's ownership was sell to buy. I knew this would get thrown in my face. Yeah, it is sell to buy, but
we lost you again, bro.
But what? All right, let me try. Oh, yeah. What? What? Remember the Stone Cold? What? What?
Policy should be sell to buy.
What?
Cal, we've lost you, bro.
Remember Stone Cold? What?
Cal's is that the motherfucker?
What? Cal, what? You still there?
You there, bro?
All right, let me give Callum some time.
Testing.
Please!
Any luck now?
Damn!
You back, Cal?
I think I just saw the Farouk. So
yeah. I'm trying to buy some. I think I think you're back. Just no.
I think. Oh, you're joking. I'm
what
not.
Happened?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to.
Cal, can you see this footage?
Stop! I did speak to him last night. Stop! You told me the whole story. It sounded like Safari 2.0. Stop! What I mean, Safari 2.0.
Stop! No!
Cal, you back?
I think we lost him.
No.
We have. The speaker says DMX. What?
What?
Yeah.
No. He's got the circle. Yeah, we lost him. All right, people.
We've lost him.
I think what Cal was going to talk about, if I'm not mistaken, he was talking about Leicester sold to buy. Now, I can only gather what he was going to say.
Hold on, bro. Let's get through this super chat quickly before.
Yeah.
Go on. Algin says, "Hey guys, I'm worried about Hendo's injuries. he is injury prone because he actually played less games than Kane for the last 4 seasons. You know what? Henderson does get a lot of injuries. I can't deny it. I think the only reason why I wouldn't necessarily say Henderson is injury prone is he will go through very intense periods of the season and be available for it and play game after game after game. But he does kind of tend to get injuries that then make him miss periods of you know, but it's a bit, because, you know, like, if somebody's injury prone, I don't think they're capable of dealing with intensity. So, for example, like, let's be honest, we know Naby could never play Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like, he could never do that for like a month. He would never, but Henderson can though. So it's kind of hard to gauge in it on, like, but I get he does miss a lot of games.
I was going to say, Henderson does. I think, here's the thing though, with Kane normally misses, dare I say, about a month or a bit, like a month and a half of a season. So therefore, he is considered injury prone when you consider that's like what, the last 4 years because of the ankles. But what's so mad is that when we done player comparisons to other strikers from other leagues, Kane actually had played like, I'd say about 80%, 85%.
Yeah, it was quite surprising. Yeah, it was actually a very high percent. I think he's never played less than 30 league games.
Yeah,
which when you think about it, it's still a high percentage.
Yeah, and if you're banging in, if you're playing 30 games in the Premier League and still banging in like between 20 and 25, I can't even front. You're doing a madness. And do you know what else falls into that category? Especially since they've gotten older. That's Kun Aguero. Bro, you see Kun Aguero, Sergio Aguero, bro, he's as injury prone as it gets.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Just about.
You're just about there, bro, but you're very like...
you're on dial-up.
Yeah.
I'm going to reset my internet.
Yeah. Cool.
No, but I think Aguero in the last, say, season and a half has probably become a lot more injury prone than he even was before, though, isn't it? If you think about it.
No, I agree.
But yeah, you're right. He's still banging in like 15 goals when he's only playing like 20 games. It's kind of mad still.
Yeah, 100%. What's this from 1975? John Rocky says, you do know Man United 711.5 revenues in 18-19. We made 305 in our best year ever. Man United overpaid ridiculous wages to get those players. That is true. Man United, obviously, when you think about some of the prices they had to pay, but then sometimes when you want a player and you're not in the competition, maybe to opt to give them, you have to overpay. That kind of goes without saying, though, because obviously you have to give them high wages. You have to give them incentive as to why they're going to want to come to you. Because
the thing is, Matt, I'm not even saying that Jamrock is wrong, but at the same time, I'm sure we had what was a record-breaking profit year in terms of like no one had ever had a year like we did. I think that was the 18-19 season. And they said that Liverpool made the most profit in one, like, in terms of like one, like, calendar year out of all the English clubs.
I don't know if that was at England or whether it was just for us as a whole.
No, I think it was like everybody. I'm sure. I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure.
Maybe you're right. But my argument is still a case of just because you made all of that money, it doesn't mean to say that, I don't know, like, all right, see Man United, for example. They was in Europa. They managed to get Ibrahimovic. Who was it? Who did we say? Bailly. Who were the other names drift? Pogba
and Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan,
yeah.
They had to give them something, so that had to be big wages. They won in the Champions League, so you're gonna overpay. You're gonna pay people some wages that you might not want to. You're gonna give people bonuses and whatnot, and that's just the case, isn't it? It goes with the territory, and I kind of feel like that's something that we should look at every now and again. I'm not saying I do that all the time, but if you don't make Champions League, Liverpool have been saving up for a rainy day. Remember, after we won the Champions League, we went and bought Harvey Elliott, Sepp Vandenberg, and Adrian on a free. I'm sorry, you can do a bit better than that, in my opinion, anyway.
Matt, what we saying? I don't know what this source is from, but apparently Fabinho could decide to leave.
Do you know
because we might not be in the Champions League. I know he's only got 2 years left on his contract. Do you think that's paper talk?
I think that is absolute You don't want to know why? That sauce there is trash. I no disrespect to the person because you're just relaying something. That sauce there, worst sauce you could have got. All jokes aside, like the sauce is dead, bro. That sauce there ain't reliable at all. Like they're one of the worst. Them man are along the lines of back in the day of, I think, what was the name? Tribal football. Don't pay attention, guys. Sometimes you're going to get all of this now because of Liverpool under pressure in terms of contracts and whatnot. So you're going to hear some people with lazy journalism. Don't worry about that stuff. Fabinho's fine, from what I know, anyway.
Callum needs to, bro. He's paid his bill. Trust me. Them man are trying to shaft him right now.
Nah, it's just bad internet connection. I've had that before, man.
So you was just quickly gonna say about Leeds. Sorry, about Leicester's owners. Actually, so we got a couple of super chats.
I was gonna say,
LFC from Sam Max Legend. Thank you, brother. Liverpool made £100 million profit in 1920, highest of any EPL club. Where's that money gone? Check Henry's bank. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I remember hearing that we actually did make the most profit ever made by a club within one financial year.
So where is it?
So that Man United money can't necessarily be a right figure because surely if they made £700 million in 1 year, it would have to have meant that more than 100 million of that was profit, surely. So I don't think that figure can be right. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, maybe it's wrong. But again, as you said, it depends on profit though. Just because you make that, I don't know what their debt is. Their debt is mad. Their debt is crazy.
But even the fact that Liverpool made a record-breaking profit and never spent no money, bro.
Bro, remember we
never spent no money, bro.
That
was where, like you said, we got Adrian for free.
Yeah.
Sepp Vandenberg for like 2 million or 3 million. And Harvey Elliott for a compensation fee.
Yeah, committee things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real. The rainy days now. We're not making Champions League. Them man need to go deep into the transfer archives and start digging out some money, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
1975 Jamrock again, big up, bro. Liverpool did make the most TV money ever that year, and we still only had 3.5 million euros in revenue that year compared to United making So if Man United legitimately did make 700 million,
there must have been.
Does that mean that their outlay for the year is over 600 million?
Potentially, bro. Because remember, there's always talk about Man United doing a lot of debt. I could be wrong.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is, imagine making that much money and not making a lot of profit. That is crazy, bro. If your club makes 700 million in 1 year, you would feel like they would have made more than £100 million profit out of that. That's crazy, bro. If they,
of course. They did it. I don't know. Some people say it's not the right figure. Again, I don't know. But one thing I will say is Liverpool did make some serious strides that summer. And when I think about the money that was put back into the club, Jurgen Klopp must have been thinking like, right, you got me Adrian, you got me Sepp, and you got me Harvey Elliott. Like, just won the Champions League, bro. Like, I just won you the Champions League, and you've given me a teenager who's coming with a
proper teenager as well, man. I was doing his GCSEs, bro.
Yeah, bro. Sepp Vandenberg, who was built to be the next Delete, and Adrian, who was free. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, there's questions to be asked, but that's why I'm not surprised, so to speak, that Liverpool are reportedly close on the green light for Konate, like it's fully done. Like, I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
Someone said they just saw Cal moonlighting on Redman. He's lying about his internet. We're gonna have to have a word. No, selection, big up for your super chat. Breaking, none of the front three leaving this summer, but we will be looking for competition for them in the summer via Anfield Watch. I would bloody hope so, because if we're not gonna, this is the thing, man, and this is how you know. This is how everyone will know. This is how everyone will know as well that I'm trying my hardest to not even be biased or anything when it comes to the money thing, whatever. Did I or did I not sit here maybe 3 or 4 months ago and say to you, I feel like we should do what Bayern Munich did when Robben and Ribery were getting to a certain point where they go and buy players so good that if Mane and Mo ain't playing, who cares? And not in a way of like, I don't like those guys, but you remember, they went and got Douglas Costa, Gnabry, and Koeman or Coleman or however you want to pronounce his name,
Yeah,
while
Coleman.
Ribery and Robben were still there with life left in them. And that meant that even though those two world-class legends were there, they could play other players and not worry about it. And for me personally, that's how I think Liverpool should be moving now. Mane and Mo are getting all of the pressure and all the arguments of what we're doing because we don't have a Gnabry and a Douglas Costa that we can play if they're not playing well. Do you know how easy this season would have been if we'd have been able to let Mane just sit down for a little while and play Gnabry for 5 games in a row or 10 games in a row? Do you get what I'm saying?
No, agreed.
Please tell me you can hear and see me.
No.
Yeah. You look like you're a lot more back now, bro.
Hold on. I've got some
Rumor has it you tried to go and make a quick moonlight on Redman, bro. We're gonna have a talk, bro.
Yeah, for real. This is some of the people right now still.
Yeah.
Man, they were saying you've been promised fiber optic, so you're trying to break away to the super pod, yeah?
I'm not gonna lie. If I could say what I wanted to say about Virgin Media right now, I would, but I won't.
This is Cal right now when Virgin Media asked him.
What about people who say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil?
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
No. This is me when Virgin asks me if I'm going to extend my stay with them.
$100. We're done.
Even though he wrote me a check.
We're done.
All right, Cal, you got some new ones. You got to drop some.
We're gonna get through a couple of these super chats.
Yeah, for real. I don't even know what they are. But...
Let me go back to some of the.
Go to, bro.
Yeah, go on.
Apologies for just leaving you lot like that. Virgin Media will be hearing from me either tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll leave that there. BC says, I don't get the feeling we should forgive them for buying players, something they should be doing anyway. They owe us and we all maintain things we own. Facts.
Yeah.
Bogdan says FSG are proficient owners but only care about dollars. Promo says FSG make you wish a team gets relegated so you can buy their star players on the cheap, i.e. Basuma and St. Maximin. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that is me, That's literally who I am these days. I actually feel bad.
By the way, I would just like to say that I would be extremely happy with those 2 purchases in the summer.
But it's bad though that we want a team to get relegated.
No, I don't want them to get relegated. I don't think Brighton and Newcastle are going to go down.
I do.
Drift, quick question: St. Maximum or Rafinha?
St. Max,
Rafinha
for me. For me, it's Rafinha.
I've got a feeling Rafinha would fit into our system better, so I completely understand your logic. And I'm not even going to say he's not a better player. But for me, I feel like St. Max has got more of an X factor. I just like how unpredictable he is.
I was just about to say, I think St. Max is just more unpredictable, but I still feel like...
We need that, Matt.
No,
we need unpredictability, man.
We do, but Rafinha, and I feel like Rafinha is more, dare I say it, no pun intended, Rafinha is more refined.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Start calling him Refiner.
Bro, I'm just saying it.
Refiner.
Refiner.
I'll work on something.
Yeah. We need to figure this out. But no, it's just a little bit. But don't get it twisted. St. Max, his footwork is undeniable. And I'm not going to lie. The way he took on about 4 men and left Kabak shaking his head, I was like, Lord have mercy.
You know what I do?
Bro, the way he was cutting man up, I was like,
I look at players like I call him Ryu because he's that much of a bad boy. I look at players like Ryu, and I think
Ryu's bold statement, I'm just saying.
Fair enough, but I think he's a bad man, innit? So I call him Ryu. I think when I think about Ryu, I feel like if Klopp got hold of him and fine-tuned him, bro, I just feel like St. Maximum would just be on another level, bro.
Agreed.
I can't even lie.
Listen, this is what I will say.
Him and Rafinha are already the same age.
I'll say
they're both 23, right?
24, I believe.
I'll say this. No, Saint Maximin's got the talent. He's like, seeing Street Fighter, yeah? He's done. Shout out all the Street Fighter, man. He's done. But if you train him right, he could potentially become Ryu or Ken. But right now he's done, innit? You know, done in the pink outfit, it could do that kind of that fake fireball thing. Rafinha for me, he's a bit more. Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe, but do you know what it is, Jeff? Maybe because Rafinha's playing, dare I say, with better players. I think maybe that's what it is as well. Because sometimes when you play with better players, they get more out of you. And St. Max is asked to do a lot at Newcastle. He's asked to be the supplier. He's asked to be the creator. He's asked to be the goal scorer. So
he's literally Newcastle, bro.
Yeah,
he literally
is there everything. So you got a valid point, though. I won't say no if he knocked on the door and we signed him. So. Yeah,
1975 Jamrock says Tottenham Stadium added about 1.3 billion in value to Tottenham. That's mad. Drifty's agent Mr. Clean says, can you guys do a video about the coaching staff? That's a good shout. I don't see why not. The speaker
Pep
says
Linders
DMX
has been kind of getting battered on socials, boy.
Yeah, horribly.
The speaker said DMX what? Was that where?
Yeah,
that was because you couldn't get your
When you were glitching, I started doing the Stone Cold. Your Stone Cold's like, what? And then obviously the DMX as well, innit?
Aldrin said, hey guys, I'm worried about Hendo's injury. I think you guys did this.
We did. Yeah, I think you're up to date still. I think you're up to date.
Did you do Tahir Qureshi's one? FSG ain't buying no one. All we are buying are cheap injury-prone players.
No, we didn't do that one. No.
Okay, so FSG ain't buying anyone. All we are buying are cheap injury-prone players. FSG have no money. We Liverpool carry on forgiving them. FSG out.
Bless her.
Oh, that's that hay fever, guys. It's not the other thing before anyone starts saying anything crazy in the comments. That's just that pollen.
Drifty agent, Mr. Clean. FSG will sell Mo, I'm guessing, for 140 and get Marlon for 25. Who's
Alan St. Max.
Oh, Ryu. Okay, is that how we abbreviate it now?
Don't call him Ryu, fam. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
That's how he's moving, bro.
He's done.
Like that bird kick, bro. He's moving mad.
Done. He don't deserve that. Not yet. Not yet. Soon, maybe. Not
all
yet.
All right. I'm gonna rattle a lot of people then. If he doesn't deserve Ryu, right now he's Ken. Yes, Ryu over Ken. Alan Maximum for 32.5. Emmy 32.
That's Buendia.
Oh, okay. Emmy, yeah. Kabak obviously keeping him for 18 mil.
Kabak.
And who's Ibu? Sorry,
no idea who that is.
Ibu.
I'm not sure who that abbreviation is.
Supposed to be
but that'll be
Basuma?
a combined 140 mil, and then we will be back to 15, 16 times. Bruv, I'm done. Oh, so basically he thinks that we'll buy a lot of players who aren't as good as Mo, and then it will make us kind of backtrack a bit.
I'm gonna be real. If that was to ever happen,
don't.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's Carl.
Ibu's Canate.
Oh, no.
Canate.
Joking me.
No, you're right. You went for a second. You literally done, my man, you literally done Joe Bollins, where he's like, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You lot caught me because I was about to swear and start cussing.
It's Canate, ain't it? It's Ibrahim.
You know what though, guys? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I will be livid if they was to get rid of Salah. But if you take the selling Salah away and that was the summer, I don't think that will be a bad window.
Bro,
Basuma, Maximan,
don't get
Canate.
No. Bro, shall I tell you why? You know,
no. Matt, we can't keep on being like, fuck the owners. They're not going anywhere, bro.
No.
We've just got to just think about the team now, bro.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. The whole point is you're selling Salah. Salah is our best attacking player. Yeah?
No, bro. I said not selling Salah. I said if you take that as a window, but you weren't getting rid of Mo when you were doing that as a window.
I thought you said...
no, I said forget about selling Mo, and that was just the window that we had. So we kept Mo, and we bought Max.
And add them players.
Max, Canate, Basuma.
That's a good window then.
That would be a good window. I actually wouldn't have a problem with that window.
That's a good window. If I'm being honest, that's a good window compared to what we used to. That is a good window. I thought you said, if we was to sell Mo,
No.
and get these
I'm
players
not
in.
selling. I'm not selling Mo at all. No.
Okay, cool.
But we should be able to do that window without getting rid of him, though. That's the point.
Of
I
course.
agree. Kadir is saying, big up Kadir. Guys, did you see St. Maximin post about Mane #pure class? Yes,
Yeah, I saw that, man.
it was absolutely pure class.
Ryu carries himself well.
Stop, bro. I'm gonna be real. Ryu is big in the game. You can't say Ryu, bro, or Ryu. Ryu.
All right, Ken is moving. Ken is moving with real class.
He's done. Shut up, Dan.
St. Maximin right now. St. Maximin right now is Ngannou without a gas tank.
And Klopp will give him the gas tank.
So that's what I'm saying. If he gets the gas tank, then he goes over to the other side
maybe,
where it's
actually,
like, damn,
maybe.
This is what we're dealing with now. But right now, I can't say he's that.
But
guy.
you know what would be even better about, even if he doesn't become the gas tank, Cal, is all right. Fair enough. He might not be able to talk to a Messi or a one of them, man. But 90% of the Premier League is still knocking him out.
Yeah, very true.
It's still a valuable asset, right?
I just got to kind of go against what I said though, but he does pick up his fair few injuries as well.
But I feel like that's just all the stress on his back from carrying.
Yeah, he does.
I think that's repetitive strain.
Spinal.
Did I just see? I feel like if we just get him a good chiropractor and take a bit of that pressure off, bro, he'll be fine.
Chris is definitely trolling you, Matt. He knew you'd get a reaction from you.
Nah, Chris, I'm not gonna lie. We might have to play some Street Fighter. I'm not even fronting, bro. Yeah, like
no, but you know what, Matt? There's enough men that think that Ken's better than Ryu, bro.
Chris has just done that.
All right, in terms of like character, I prefer Ryu, but in terms of maybe actually playing Street Fighter, he may have a point because Ken is a little bit faster, but Ryu's a bit stronger.
Yeah, Ken was better for the button bashers because he's quicker.
But if you know how to, like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not like no techie Street Fighter man. So, but I'm okay. I'm decent, innit? I'm decent.
For me personally, Ryu is the best ever beat 'em up character that was created, in my opinion. And then second to that is Sub-Zero, but that's just my opinion.
Ooh, I was gonna say Sub-Zero's up there, and I'm gonna go deep now. Actually, he's not on the same level. I just like the game, Killer Instinct, innit? Man, like Jago and TJ Combo and them man there as well. But in terms of Mortal Kombat, what you got Sub-Zero over Scorpion.
Yeah. Scorpion's my guy, but Sub-Zero just
Liu Kang or Kung Lao.
Liu Kang.
Last one, Raiden or Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung, bro, because you can become Raiden.
Man said, "Your soul is mine." Hey, that man there with a wizardry. But yeah,
but Raiden was the, you know what I mean? I thought man said Tiger Lemonade for about 10 years of my life, bro.
No, massive Tiger Lemonade. Oh, shout out all you Mortal Kombat fans as well. If you've seen the movie, it's out, obviously. Well,
I've heard out. Things about that film.
In America, I've seen it. DM me if you want to kind of talk about whatever, but yeah, I give my thoughts.
Am I alone? Am I the only one who thought he said Tiger Lemonade?
I think you are, bro.
Yeah, you are on that one. Jiffy's agent, Mr. Clean, says, how bad is it us not making Champions League next season?
It's terrible.
It's bad. We know it's bad, but let's not dwell in it.
I think a lot of people forget that at the end of December, we actually thought we'd probably retain our title.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous drop-off, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yahoo says, thoughts on Giggs getting overlooked for the Hall of Fame? Giggs will get in it. It's just now's not the right time.
Have you heard about what happened again? No, Giggs has to be cancelled,
no, bro.
man.
This is what I was gonna. No, do you know, bro? I was gonna say, let's not talk about it.
It's not. But
I'll be real. Giggs is in a lot of headlines right now.
For all the wrong reasons.
So man can't talk about Giggs right now, innit? It is what it is.
If he's actually done what he's been, accused of, on top of what he's done in the past, I understand why he won't get the Hall of Fame because you can't just condone
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Giggs
You
is
can't condone that.
yeah.
at all, man.
I don't know what's going on with Giggs, man. I don't know whether he's just
he's not right.
falling or whatever. But Streets of Rage, my guys in the chat. Wait, sorry, Carl. I know you're probably thinking like, what is Matt talking about? But did you ever play Streets of Rage, Carl? I'm not even putting you on the spot. Jiff, I know you did.
Streets of Rage 2 was my
Oi,
game.
Axel, ground upper. Oi, shut up. Listen, I'm going
I
back
thought he
here.
said, that's what I'm saying, bruv. I don't know if something wrong with my hearing. I thought he said right tight tall, bro.
Bro, he says ground upper. Hey, shout out you Streets of Rage 2, man, them. And you got Max as well. You got Max, you got Blade, you've got Skate, you've got Adam. Hey, shout out all you gamers out there, innit? But yeah, we moved. Sorry, Cal. I know Cal's thinking.
I'm lost still. I'm fully lost.
Cal is like, what? Max,
I'm
I
just
know Cal don't do the gaming thing.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even know why this is way too sidetracked, but just quickly, Matt. Agree or disagree? Resident Evil is the most revolutionary game of all time.
Oh, do you know what, Drift? I don't know. Do you want to know why? You've got Zelda. You've got Mario and Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think I've opened up too big of a can of
You've
worms.
opened up, and if you're talking about multiplayer from back in the day, the wrestling games like WCW, NW Revenge, WWF, WWE. No, bro, you open up too much. Yeah, you open up too much. If you're talking about Revolution,
but I don't know if anybody actually remembers how much Resident Evil changed the landscape of gaming.
No, do you know what it is? Someone said in the chat, bro, are we gonna sleep on GTA 3 on PlayStation 2 when it first went 3D?
That was. But I feel like that was because Resident Evil opened up doors that other things could do, though.
Bro, I'm
not even saying it's a fact. I'm just saying, like.
Oh, hold on. Someone else said something as well. Sorry, Cal. Last one.
No, you guys do your thing.
Bro, let me ask you a question. Jeff. What's better? Resident Evil 2 or GoldenEye N64? Talk to me, bro.
Sorry, just before I forget. No, go on, you, man.
No, I'm gonna be real. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye is the best in terms of like when it came to the multiplayer. It changed everything for multiplayer. Yeah.
GoldenEye, bro. GoldenEye was mad. Sorry, Carl.
I'd have to apologize. Do your thing, guys.
Other than Resident Evil, for me, best ever all-round game, Half-Life 2. That game is absolutely sensational. That game is absolutely sensational.
Bro, there's a few contenders again. Like for me,
the physics in that game.
All right, I'm gonna go deep now.
On another level.
People are gonna think I'm a serious nerd here. All right. Ocarina of Time. Obviously, that's Zelda. That's one of the best ever, in my opinion. N64. If you know, you know. Another one would be, dare I say, a little bit of recency bias, but again, The Last of Us Part 1 definitely goes in there. But Half-Life 2 is definitely in there. There's so many games, bro. There's too many games. Like, there's too many.
Out, man, and we know about Manhunt.
Oh my days, Manhunt! What carrier bag and them thing there?
Crazy.
That game was different.
That's why it got banned, bro.
Yeah, bro, got banned.
Oh, Getaway, man, them know about Getaway. Moving through the streets of London, man, them know about Getaway. Anyway, sorry, we just totally got. We'll have to do a little
series as well. Nathan Drake, one of the best characters ever created. Along with like, we're going deep now, people. It's turning into a gamer conversation.
Yeah, but if anyone hasn't played Half-Life 2, I don't care how old the game is, go and play it. That game is sensational.
And for multiplayer purposes, if you've never played Mario Kart Double Dash on GameCube, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, real talk, I don't know what's wrong with you. Double Dash on the GameCube.
It's a bit harsh, that little dig there.
Not you, Ty. Not you. I'm just saying, if you not at the panel.
With me, like, I'm trying, innit? With them subtle digs, bro.
No, not at the panel. Not at the panel.
But yeah, let's get back to football before we wrap.
Yeah, football.
Sean Swain, I prefer G.I. Joe, more gadgets.
Fair enough.
G.I. Joe over.
That super chat came through a little while back.
G.I.
Yeah,
Joe.
no, I'm trying not to
If he's
disrespect the
saying-
super chat. I'm trying to remember what the comparison is with.
I think it was to do when you guys were talking about best beat up character.
But G.I.
Beat
Joe's
a man
a
up
series.
G.I. Joe was a.
If you're talking about, maybe just
Sorry,
talking about.
Mark A is mugging me. I'm not even gonna front. I've been banging out the Incredibles is like, you lot know that's my cartoon.
Yeah,
film,
that's
innit?
your thing. That's your thing.
Stevie's been watching a lot of the Incredibles recently. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No,
it don't matter how old you get, you've got to still love
bro,
all
that
Toy
stuff. Yeah, that
Story
stuff's
and
sick, bro. Are you mad? If you're talking about G.I. Joe.
That's quality.
All right, whoever said that comment when you said G.I. Joe, quick question for all you guys in the chat. Some of you won't even know what this cartoon is, yeah, because I'm talking about cartoons now. G.I. Joe or Thundercats? Jeff, what are you, G.I. Joe or Thundercats?
But I'm gonna start something if I say something.
Yeah, and Transformers, obviously. I'm just
No, but I actually wasn't into either of them. It was Visionaries for me, bro.
You were into Thundercats, Lionel and them, man.
I didn't think it was
Tiger.
rubbish, but I was a Visionaries man still.
Oh Lord Jesus, yeah, we've opened something that we can't close. Thundercats is different.
Thundercats was alright,
bro.
It was alright, but I was a Visionaries man.
Still, so. Captain Planet, you like Captain Planet back in the day, yeah?
Yeah, Captain Planet was good.
Yeah, Captain Planet. At least I'll say. I'm gonna go so deep here. This is for the original man. Then, do you know about Jason and the World Warriors? Do you know about them? Do you know about that cartoon?
I Defenders of the Earth, Strength for the 10 Tigers. Man,
Jason and the World Warriors, Dungeons and Dragons. Are you crazy? I don't even know why I'm going for a tangent.
I weren't really into Dungeons and Dragons still. It's probably the reason why I don't watch Game of Thrones, isn't it?
Game of Thrones, you should be watching.
Still. I can't believe you don't watch Game of Thrones.
I've tried to get into
Ulysses 31, my guy.
You're gonna get ripped now.
That came up at 5 a.m. in the morning.
No. I always get ripped for it. I'm willing to accept it. No,
but you know what though, Cal? I will say this though. Game of Thrones, I love it. I think it's exceptional. But I think Game of Thrones does cater to a certain crowd. I will say that.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I'm not really into that dinosaur and fantasy and dragons. But Game of Thrones was just different.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Anyway,
Kadir Hussein, sorry, no, I've read that one. Aldrin says Ken Ryu versus Goku, Vegeta versus Scorpion, Sub-Zero,
and Sub-Zero.
I've got to be honest with you. Goku and Vegeta beat everyone.
Them man just have to level up and it's done.
Yeah, they beat everyone.
Them man will go to Super Saiyan God level and it's a wrap, innit? Like it's peak.
That's the guy who completes my top 3. It's Ryu, Vegeta, Sub-Zero. That's my top 3 characters that's been created. Vegeta is my guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Goku man, but again, maybe I'm with a crowd. I like Goku.
Hey, gummy bears. Don't rap with gummy bears.
Yeah,
gummy
shout out to Sean saying gummy bears are.
Gummy bears, are you mad?
Hey, Raccoons was the one as well.
Gummy bears sick, bro.
Kadir Hussein says Adam from Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage. That's the game we're talking about, Carl. Streets of Rage game. Yeah, Adam.
Yeah.
Mark Cox says Splinter Cell.
Oi, Splinter Cell.
I never had an Xbox, so I never got to play that.
I played that, but I will say this though, I preferred Metal Gear though. I did prefer Metal Gear.
Speaking of Metal Gear, Kadir Hussein said Metal Gear Solid # most revolutionary game ever.
Bro, Metal Gear Solid 1. If you might remember on the PS1 when you got the demo, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that game was peak still.
Metal Gear was different, bro.
Hamanshi says, Drift, please. Kratos has to be in their legendary.
God of War.
I'm gonna stir up. I'm gonna. I used to prefer watching my boy play God of War than actually playing it myself. And you obviously, Matt, you know, because you're your boy as well. I used to watch him play it, and it was like I was watching a movie, and I watch him play it and enjoy him playing it. I never really got that much joy out of actually playing it myself.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. God of War is absolute. Like even the latest one that came on PS4, bro. God of War is mad. Like God of War is one of the best franchises of all time. That's how sick it is. But I get what you're saying. maybe it's one of them things. It's an adventure game. You have to get into it. But I love God of War though. Oi, Bomber man.
I've just Chowdhury said bully.
Yes. Bully was sick, bro. Shout out all you rockstar man that know about Bully. And that's what I say. If you don't know about Bully now, people, go check now and you'll see the resemblance of the main guy in Bully and Jay Spirit. Remember I told you first, didn't it?
Himanshu says lesser that Witcher 3 blows everything out of the water.
Garrel, woo! I'm not gonna lie. Witcher 3 sick. It is sick, but is it better than Zelda though? Is it? Just saying. Asking a question.
Adam LFC says Pro Evo 6 best football game of all time.
Oh, do you know what? You got Pro 5 as well, though, bro. It's either Pro 5 or Pro 6, but you're onto something. I'll be real.
You know what? I think it depends. I think it depends whether you're talking about how you felt or what it actually was, because there's a part of me that feels like original ISS International Soccer, and do you remember Road to World Cup '98 FIFA? There's something about what those games did at the time. I don't know if it's because I was a kid or whatever, but those games just felt better. But I know quality-wise, they were nowhere near what these newer games are like. But there was something about those games at the time that just felt better. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain what I mean.
Yeah, no. It's PES or ISS, shall I say, on the SNES. When I used to play that, I remember the intro. It used to say, like, what is it? International Superstar Soccer Deluxe, bro. If you know about that intro there, you know, innit? And yeah, that game.
Hey, Matthew knows Road to World Cup '98 had Jamaica in it as well. That's why it was so live.
What? Listen, indoor and that, yeah. Say nothing.
Sly Ross one says looks like at least half the fan base is forgiving FSG. Potentially, that might actually be accurate. Actually,
I don't know if I would go as far as half. But there are a couple people coming round.
Sly Ross one also says FSG featuring Klopp. I need $1 on Spotify now, lads. Aldrin says Aldrin says real old school is Contra and Paperboy.
Yes,
Paperboy in the Game Boy.
Yeah, Paperboy in that. Jeez, listen, I can go old school.
Alfonso, UFC this weekend, best card in years. We'll get to that in a sec. We will get to that in a sec.
Yes.
And then 1975 Jamrock. We should really have a debate about player wages issue because soccer clubs get preferential tax treatment versus regular businesses. Look it up. That is very true. That is extremely true. Kadir Hussein, Robocop versus Terminator. Miserable Matt. My first heartbreak as a kid was when I witnessed put Krillin in a split.
I'm done. Oi, shout all you Dragon Ball Z, man. If you know, you know.
I swear Krillin became one of the most pointless characters that was ever invented, bro.
Him and Yamcha are the most pointless characters in the whole of the Dragon Ball Z universe.
All Krillin used to do is get man the Sensu bean. That was
man said Destructo Disc. What? Brother,
I'm not gonna lie, that Destructo Disc was big.
Bro,
but
he was just spraying some energy blasted Pringles blood. You know, that wasn't gonna do nothing.
Man said Krillin was Shakiri, you know, bad man.
No. Do you know, if I'm being honest,
Krillin was Minamino.
Yeah, at the time.
I'm so lost here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so lost. I am. I'm not.
We'll leave it. Yeah, let's leave it now.
Monsoor says random opinion. Mortal Kombat was disappointing.
Which one?
It depends. No, he's talking about the latest film. He's talking. Do you know what it is? If you just
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it. If you like it for what it is and you're into the games and whatever, you might think it's all right. But if you're looking at it from an actual film perspective, you're going to be disappointed. I'll say that.
Bless you, cow. You know. like I've just been deprived out here.
Someone said cow is moving like a reed. What?
Because I don't know what's going on in it. I'm lost. I'm on the left wing when I should be in the right wing. I'm on. I'm covering right back, but the overlaps on the left. I'm all over the place.
Man, just like this. Man, just don't know what's going on. Like,
975 Jamrock says, "What's crazy is I was FSG out before Super League. Very interesting that.
Fair enough.
Oh, what? So the Super League actually turned you around, Jamrock?
1975 Jamrock. I think you need to jump into one of our DMs and like go into detail as to why you said that. It's a very interesting take. I'd love to know more about that.
Or what would be interesting? Obviously, you don't have to do it at all if you don't want to get
Friday,
a camera roll. But during the calling show on Friday, we can maybe give Jamrock 5 minutes to just actually explain, because I think it'll be very good to get the take of a person who's actually opposite to the way most people are feeling. Because you know what I mean? Your opinion is your opinion. You're allowed your opinion. So
100%.
The speaker, Gohan versus Cell is Harvey Elliott in the championship.
Hey, Gohan is a little bad boy still.
Gohan is one of the sickest characters, bro.
I prefer Trunks, but that's because he was.
No way, Gohan. One arm coming hard. No,
but obviously we're talking about Vegeta's youth, though, innit? So, like, I've got to stay on side.
No, I hear that, but Gohan would have mashed up Trunks, though. I can't even, especially Super Saiyan 2 guy. He would have finished Trunks.
Oh no, they needed each other.
Kaz looking lost, and Kaz like, what? Let's just speak to Super Chat.
Slime one. Ben Davies and Costas locked Naby in the basement.
Oh yeah, Naby ain't coming out.
And threw away the key.
Yeah, Naby ain't coming out, bro. I spoke
Monster Ahmed, guys, should we push LFC market and promotion for Middle East guy to buy us? I don't want any other buyers other than the Middle East. I don't like categorizing. I just want someone to come in who will spend money but won't do stupid stuff.
Yeah, same.
Sean Swain, when did we sign these, man? I have no idea what that's in relation to, bro.
I don't even know what that's regarding.
A couple people in the comments have asked, obviously, UFC.
Yeah, let's talk about this before we leave. It's definitely up there.
I would say it was the most
eventful.
What's the word?
Yeah, No, Carl's right.
Eventful. Yeah, it was the most eventful card I think ever. I don't know if I would say the best. We had a discussion, Carl, earlier, but it's definitely most eventful.
Can we get the worst thing out of the way?
Not one of the fights was either boring or didn't have a madness in it. Not one of the events. And as Carl said, there was less than 20 minutes fight time actually accumulated across all 5 fights.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be real. I just want to get this one out of the way. Thoughts and prayers go out to Wadman. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. It actually made me feel sick, and I've got a strong stomach when it comes to these things. Yeah, I remember when I first saw Anderson Silva when he fought Wadman and he broke his leg, so to speak, and I was like, oh my gosh, man was just like, that's a madness. This one here, I'm not gonna lie, man nearly just like turned off the TV and was like, yeah. Let's just stop the card. But
that was hard to watch still.
That break was so peak, I can't even front. That was just.
And you know what's mad, Mac? Cal said something very true earlier. Bro. If you was a casual fan and you were tuning in and it was one of the only events you've ever watched, that Weidman fight means you never come back, bro.
You would never watch it.
You'd never come back.
For real.
You know how many people are saying, yeah, this event you need to watch for the first time, bro? I ain't heard a peep from them, man. But
it's mad.
They're probably like, this is the barbarian that we're friends with, yeah? Like, this is you, yeah, Cal.
Bro,
you in your yard and the lights are off.
It's mad. Like, I can't even... Now, thoughts and prayers, because that there, and I'll be honest with you as well, it's like, that's almost life-defining in the sense of, it's not even about how you recover for fighting, how you recover just in general. Because sometimes when you get a leg break like that, I'm not gonna lie, Cal, you might not be able to fight again, you know? Honestly.
But his surgery went well though.
No, of course, I'm thoughts and prayers, but bro, surgery going well on going back into the arena and not even that, mentally thinking your leg could break again, Weidman might be done. I'm just saying, innit?
Yeah.
'Cause it was that peak.
The wrestlers have a strong mentality.
They do, but bro,
Only thing I will say is Weidman's at the point of his career where it would be really unfortunate, but he's had a great career. Like if he was at 24 or something,
yeah,
it would be. Do you get what I mean? It would be a lot more devastating than him being. I think he's 36 now.
Yeah.
So
he's had a decent running. He's had a decent running still, Weidman. He's had a decent.
If he's
running.
37, I would ideally say don't really fight on much longer anyway, because you're just putting your health at risk, man.
I'll look at my leg and analyze things and think, well, do I need to do this again, man?
975 Jamrock said, started feeling that way when I realised all the competing interests are doing so their benefit only. Players, other clubs, UEFA, fans, etc. That's fair enough again. Slyros 1 was as bad as getting a steel chair off Big Show. I'd rather take a steel chair off Big Show than...
I'm not even going to lie, so would I.
Sorry, just someone in the... I'm just going to start blocking people. Guys, if you're going to come and say something, I'm going to start blocking.
I've seen the thing.
Don't make jokes like that. It's not even funny. Like
it's not.
You're actually a low life if you say stuff like that.
It's sickening. That's sickening. That's like, don't say like. Oh, I know you may be joking, but that's kind of sickening to you.
Yeah, I'm not even putting you in timeout. I'm just going to block you for saying stuff like that.
That's kind of sickening to say stuff like that. You know, like come on now. Man. It's a bit.
Boy, Masvidal one hurt.
Oh my days.
Yeah, I was devastated.
I spoke to you about this earlier, Carl.
A lot of water came off his beard when he got hit, but that's all I'm saying.
When they slowed it down and it just went, you just saw the spray. I'm gonna be real. Do you know one thing I did say though? I think I said to you though. Masvidal got slept here, but I'm even surprised he was able to do press conference in the afterwards because obviously even talk, bro. The way he got slept, I'm gonna be real. I didn't think he was getting up for time. Listen,
now we're talking about Masvidal here. Let's be honest. Usman is the GOAT. Like we can't really deny it. But as me and Cal were saying before,
the GOAT.
How about GOAT?
Well, all right, he's well on his way to being at least the welterweight GOAT.
Okay.
At this moment in time right now, I'm thinking GSP is the only welterweight I think you can really put above him.
Yeah, Matt Hughes you could argue, but I would still go Usman over Matt Hughes.
I will go GSP personally.
GSP's a GOAT.
Yeah. So anyway, he's getting into that level of argument though, which is my point. So to lose to him is no shame. But what it is, I feel like if Masvidal was to have a third fight, which he doesn't deserve, but if he was to have a third fight, now he knows he has that power, he won't be reckless. Because I feel like he was like, punch me in my face as much as you want. I'm just going to make sure I stuff takedowns and then you can't beat me. He just completely got carried away with thinking Usman didn't have power and he got cocky. He got cocky. That's what
he did. But I'm going to be real. I hate to say it, but I think if there's a third fight, Usman beats him again. It might not be by knockout.
Yeah, he probably would.
But he probably does. I just think.
But he wouldn't sleep him this time, Matt. That's my point, because now he would know that he's actually got to be wary of the punches. You know what I'm saying?
Usman too imposing for Masvidal. He's just too much for him.
Like we forget Masvidal was able to make 155. Usman could never make.
Never. But 155 Usman. Have you seen it when Usman isn't cutting and he's standing next to flipping my man? His brethren. France.
Ngannou.
Yeah, to be fair, no, he looks small next to France.
No, he looks small, but just
everyone does.
But that's obviously. But I'm just saying, go look at Usman again and think, bro, I thought this guy might be like heavy, like he could be like, bro. Usman is a big guy, bro.
But that's the reason why I've always said, and I know Cal kind of slightly disagrees with me. But that's why I've always said I kind of feel like these men are a little bit not chicken, because obviously if you're a fighter, you're not a chicken, but I don't like that they do the massive weight cuts to have advantages in lower weights when really you should just fight in the weight that you walk around in, or maybe just go down one weight. Usman walks around at around 190 to 200 and then he fights at 170. I'm sorry, he should be a middleweight. Like I kind of lose a little bit of respect for people who have that kind of power advantage.
You'd have to change, you'd have to change the whole game. I'm not disagreeing what you're saying.
They all weigh in on fight day or the day before fight at the contracted weight. That's all they have to do.
Yeah, which I don't
No,
like.
I get
to be
that,
fair,
but
'cause
like what
can
you
just
said
blow
though,
up
Cal, in terms of
and
like
thing,
there
innit?
are some people who fight at that weight because it's the weight they are, and then they are 20 pounds lighter than a man who's just cut to that weight and he's got a massive advantage during the fight. So I'm
No,
just
but
saying,
again, fighting weight and walking around weight are two different things. You're not always going to be your fittest when you're your walk around weight.
all right. When I say walk around weight, I mean, you see, if you're like 4 or 5 weeks into an 8-week training camp, that weight you are at that point is probably the weight you are. And I think you should kind of fight at whatever weight you are when you're at that point of your physical kind of, do you get what I mean?
But that happens in some, like, I think one championship do stuff like that's why Demetrius fights at 135 over in one championship, for example. And in boxing, I know that happened with Kell Brooks and Golovkin. They had to weigh in at certain points in the training camp and all that.
Yeah, no, I hear that. All I'm saying
Look,
is this:
if you weigh in at a certain weight on before the fight,
Mm.
everything's is even in it.
No, I hear that. But then
I
there's
agree
certain
with
men
this,
who
though.
put on
I
20
agree with
pounds
this.
overnight and they're just walking in and
Yeah,
they're just.
I would like to see that, but whether that it would probably never happen. But it would be fairer though. Like you kind of more at your natural weight, so to speak. Because you see, like for example, like Khabib, like really and truly, Khabib shouldn't be fighting with them man there. He's too big.
No, he should. People keep on saying this. Dustin Poirier is bigger than Khabib.
No, he's not. No way.
But that's
I'm
that's
telling
why
you,
I didn't
Dustin
think
Poirier is
that it
bigger
was
than Khabib.
it was
How
good that
big?
Poirier
How much?
used to
I mean, I
fight at
don't. You know
featherweight.
better than me. How much would you say Khabib weighs when he's not training?
Poirier walks around heavier than Masvidal.
Really, Poirier?
Yes.
And that's the reason why I didn't like when Poirier used to fight at featherweight. That's what I'm saying, like, because I used to feel like
But Khabib walks
you
around.
shouldn't be fighting at that weight when you're so much bigger after you.
Khabib and Conor
what's the-
probably walk around the same.
What 170? I say they walk around 170, innit? Would you say? Maybe.
No,
Conor probably
I'll say
walks,
Khabib walks around heavier than Conor.
Yeah, because you
maybe
can tell.
slightly, not much though, not much.
Conor struggles to make welterweight. Struggles. Habib would make welterweight easily.
I feel like Khabib weighs more than even just by looking at them.
Khabib
like,
maybe walks around a 180 then. Conor probably walks around a 175.
I reckon Conor walks around at 160, 165.
No, bro. No, he don't.
But I watched the documentary and Conor said pretty much when he wants to fight a welterweight, he don't even do a weight cut. Like he literally doesn't do a weight cut for welterweight.
Bro, he walks around heavier than 170.
I think when he fought Diaz, he came in at 165.
No,
like he actually didn't even make the 170.
He made 168, but neither did Nate. But Nate walks around heavier than that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, as in, like, I feel like
them man
Conor
all walk
actually
around heavy,
struggles
bro.
to make
No, they
welterweight.
do. I'm not denying it, no, but I just think certain men, like I just said, I do think there's certain men like your Khabibs that are. You can just tell, Cal, when they. Because here's the thing. Obviously, what you're saying is factual. Yeah, when it comes to weighing time, they weigh a certain weight. But when it comes to fight time, you can clearly see who's naturally the bigger, like naturally. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when I look at Khabib sometimes, I think, nah, this man's in the wrong weight division. You know, like he should be fighting a level up. And you can say that about a lot of fighters, but that's just how the game is. That's the rules, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. But.
1975 Jamrock said FSG wanted some parity with a revenue boost and cost certainty to compete with Madrid, Barca, Man United, City for players. Look at the NBA and NFL. Again, I've never really said the idea of a Super League's awful. It's the execution. A-Spec Limited, guys, have you considered doing a Kop-Ish UFC once a week show? Would be lit, as you guys have some good UFC chat. Also would attract more subs. Up to you guys.
Sorry, what was the second thing?
What do you mean?
You said a UFC chat and he says something else about subs.
It would also attract
more subs.
We're working on a way around doing some combat stuff in general. We're working a way around it.
We're expanding. We're looking to expand potentially. So
1975 Jamrock, send me the link to call in and I will if I'm available on Friday. Cool. DM me and I'll get that over to you. Agopa says Usman knocked the holy war out of Street Jesus. I want to laugh. Like the Masvidal one hurts me, innit? Because he's my favorite fighter.
He's your
My
favorite fighter.
favorite men's fighter. Yeah, I'm not saying
Straight
he's
up.
the best. Yeah, he's my favorite men's fighter.
He's
He's
mine.
one of my favorites as well. It hurts.
Izzy's mine. Izzy's mine. I can't have fun. I've liked Izzy from day.
If put it like this, yeah, if Shevchenko had lost, I'd have been devastated.
She wasn't gonna lose.
Shevchenko's my favorite female fighter.
She wasn't gonna lose.
No, but I'm saying if I had Masvidal and Shevchenko both lose on the same night, I'd have been devastated.
Shevchenko was never gonna lose.
Weren't
She's
losing
too.
that.
No, she won't. And
She's got a gun tattooed on the side of her body, bruv, and her name's the Bullet.
I'm about to say gunman, but gun
Like,
woman,
it's
innit? Gun woman, yeah. But you see, Rose, Drift. What did I say about Rose's footwork and how I said to you, yeah, her footwork sets her apart. And I'm not even talking about the kick, bro. You see Rose's movement, bro. It's different. Nobody can test.
No, brother, no. The only thing I was worried about for her was that Whaley's power is sensational.
No, you're right.
I always knew
that Whaley's power is not sensational.
It is, bro.
It's not sensational.
I think it's very good.
Is, bro.
It's very good.
It's not, bro, she stood there for 5 minutes with Joanna. Joanna didn't stand there for 5 rounds in the first fight with Rose.
Yeah, but Joanna did. Joanna did it like she had a couple of mosquito bites all over her face. I will say that.
No, she did. But
her eyes were closing up, fam. She couldn't look.
Her eyes were closing up. She just had the hematomas on the forehead.
Bro, that's peak though. If you get hematomas in there, that's just to mean your body can't take it.
No, but you know what, Cal? I think it's a little bit.
It's not sensational.
I think sometimes
sensational, maybe a bit. Yeah, maybe.
I think good. Maybe not sensational, but it's very, very dangerous.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very, very dangerous.
Look, Whaley, like, there's only the top 3 in 115 is Whaley, Joanna, and Rose in it. Like, there's no dispute in that. But I think in terms of knockout power, if you just talk about raw power, Whaley. But when you add technique and all of it into it, Rose is different.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Raw power, Whaley's still the strongest of the women in that division. Possibly, and that's why that was the only thing that I was worried about for Rose, because she's so strong.
Rose can take a bang, bro.
Yes, she can. Because remember, Andrade caught. Listen, see Rose. It's the footwork that sets her apart. I said it to you, Carl, earlier, innit? The footwork is different.
She did a question mark kick through the middle of the guard. Crazy.
I'm not talking about that, bro. I'm talking about when she stands up to you and she's teeing off. Her movement is different. No one can keep up with her movement, bro. It's mad.
Different kettle of fish.
It's deep.
She's a problem.
Fuck Rose, you know.
Problem.
Yeah, I was gassed. I was gassed off of her winning, man. I was
happy for her. I was happy for her still.
This does put to bed the talk about Whaley potentially beating Valentina as well. So again, let's not get ahead of ourselves, UFC and MMA fans. Like,
yeah. Valentino.
And again,
I'm going to be honest with you. Valentina, there's only 2 women I'll be shook for her to fight, and it's just because they're bigger than her. Cyborg and Nunes.
She beat.
Other than that,
she beat Cyborg. She's more. She beat Cyborg. She's
that
more
weight difference
is
ridiculous.
She beat Cyborg.
I'm not saying she won't. I'm saying I would be scared for her,
bro.
Because that weight difference is dumb, isn't it?
No, the composure that she has, I think, carries her through that. But you see, Nunes is a different animal because, in my opinion, I don't think there's anybody that can fight Nunes. Like, Nunes is on a different planet.
Shevchenko arguably won their second fight, though, bro.
Not arguably, she should have.
Oh, lads, no. Remember when I said to you to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. She never beat that. No, bro, you can't do no little point.
Okay, no, you can. That's fighting,
bro. I'm gonna be all right. No. You're okay. All right. If I'm wrong, then all right. Let me say this: if they have,
I slightly understand where Matt's coming from, though.
If they have a rematch,
it's a terrible take, and I'm not even saying that's on you, Matt. I'm saying that's
it's a terrible take.
It is. No, it is, and that's not on you. No, this is what fighting society does. They say you've got to go in and beat the champion. No, you have that point or stop the champion.
No, what I'm saying is, you know when they say, don't leave it up to judges, because we know, and the reason why they say that, though, guys,
that's another terrible take.
No, let me tell you why, and I'm going to tell you why. Why do they say that? Because they know in any type of judging or whatever, bro, it's not fair. It's questionable. Look at John Jones.
No, it's a cop-out.
Look at John Jones.
They don't leave
Did John Jones beat Reyes? No.
All right, shall I tell you why they say don't leave it to the judges? Because Dana White wants more exciting fights. That's why. That's why promoters say that.
No, but sometimes you can't always say, yeah, maybe it's true, but sometimes Dana White is just like the judges. I don't even know what they were smoking.
I'll tell you how you counteract that. Don't leave it in the hands of judges. Right? Don't have judges. Let them fight until someone can't go anymore. Then.
Yeah, but that means someone will get deaded.
Then you. That's why you got judges in it. So
no,
judges
but
should do
bro,
their job.
you can't. No, but see, that's a terrible take there.
No, it's not.
People are dying. That's terrible. That's terrible.
People are dying. But I'm saying you can't say don't leave it in the hands of the judges when their job is to judge a fight.
Bro, no, the only thing that I feel like Matt does have a slight point on is if you're gonna lose your belt and somebody becomes new champion, and it's like such a it's even questionable if they beat you. There's a part of me that kind of feels like the prestige of being a champion means somebody should beat you convincingly to take your belt. There shouldn't be like a didn't they kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old fashioned like that.
Bro, I get what because here's the thing. I know what you're saying.
You win, you win.
No, Cal, what you're saying is right. But the problem is we've seen throughout history, it never happens, Cal. And that's why when they say
that's the problem.
No, but I'm not.
All right,
you're going deep rooted, but I'm just saying.
Let's switch it. Let's say Formula
One.
So
it's not a terrible take then, because that's what's happening.
All right, let me ask you a question. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton races someone for the last race of the championship. I don't know Formula One, but the last race of the championship, and the person pips him by 1 point. Are we going to turn around and be like, "Oh well, he's got to win by a wider margin than that to be called the champion"? He's a champion.
No, because that's different. That's not one-on-one combat.
And plus, Cal, there's never been no corruption, so to speak, in that field, or there hasn't been as much. When we talk about UFC or even boxing, Cal, we've seen it where you feel like somebody's won, and it's like because it wasn't like clear, but you can kind of see. Like for example, look at
bad decisions.
All right then, Cal, look at how am I gonna say Fido? Look at the boxing flipping Triple G versus Canelo.
Yeah, but everyone knows Canelo's got the judges in his pockets.
No. See, this is what who won the first fight in your opinion?
Golovkin.
You thought Golovkin won?
Yes.
Why? Because he was the aggressor.
No, because he landed more punches.
Who landed the more significant punches, or the more power punches, or even more accurate punches, in your opinion?
In the first fight, Golovkin.
Yeah. No. See, that's the thing.
I have no idea why Cal thinks that. You know.
I don't understand.
You are joking, right? The second fight we can debate on, but the first fight, Golovkin won that.
Bro.
No.
The second fight.
Oh, guys, don't.
I can accept the draw for the first fight, but Golovkin didn't win it.
Oh,
no,
you guys are Canelo boys, like.
No, we're not Canelo boys.
I am. Just get it said, no.
I'm not.
Canelo's my guy. I'm not even gonna front, bro.
Don't use that on me. Now I'm gonna be real, Cal. In those two fights, that, in my opinion, because sometimes again, when judges look for the aggressor, a lot of the times, especially in boxing, and I kind of feel like Triple G's style attracts the judges, so therefore they favor him more, in my opinion. But you see, Cal, you're old school, man. You love counter punching. You love accurate punching, not just someone going out there with their head up high, but they can take a punch and they're throwing back. Bro, the technician in Canelo for me showed me he won those fights, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. Man saw Canelo nearly lick off man's jaw side, but because he's got a tough head and he's got a flipping like man can take it. It's like almost like man's walking.
Go back and watch the fights. Go back.
I've watched it twice. I've actually watched that fight twice.
I'm not gonna lie, Canelo is like Terminator. I can't even.
Yeah. I've watched that fight twice. In the last 4 or 5 rounds, Canelo took his foot off the gas and was just being very accurate, picking his shots. And Matt's right. Canelo's Triple G just coming forward like a madman because he can take a bang. That don't mean you're the better fighter just because you were just coming forward and being the aggressor.
Triple G's got one of the hardest chins we've seen. Yeah, he will literally walk through a lot of your punches, even your hardest punch. And because it's like, what it is, Cal. Say, Cal, I'm one of the people like Triple G. Yeah, where I can take your hardest punch. Judges will look at that and be like, right, man, firmed it, but I'm still piling on pressure. But they're not also looking at, remember, boxing is about points, Cal. It's about scoring, not necessarily knocking your man out. Am I lying? You know this.
Precisely, yeah.
Yeah. So when you look at points,
is to hit and not get hit.
There you go. And who does that better, Canelo or Triple G?
Over the course of their career, Canelo does that, but in the first fight,
but in the 2 fights, in your opinion.
In the first fight, he didn't. In the second fight, there's an argument to be had. But the first fight, Golovkin won that clear.
You think so? Okay, fair enough. No, fair enough. If that's your opinion, fair enough. I'm just saying.
Golovkin shouldn't even have been allowed in that fight. Should have been Jacobs. So
That's true. That's true. No, that's fact.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Jacobs beat Triple G, 100%.
100%.
Screwed.
Promo: Ben Askren versus Amanda Nunes. Who wins? Nunes in 1. If it's just standing,
no, I agree, 100%.
If it's just standing, it's gonna get techie for Ben. I'm not gonna lie.
Drift, what we talking about that over the phone?
It's gonna get techie.
I don't even think. Bob, if it's just a stand-up game, I actually think Ben Askren would lose to Chev, Rose, Wei Lee. Like, there's enough women.
Can I be honest? Can I be genuinely honest? Yeah.
It'd be ugly. I wouldn't watch that.
I'm gonna say a big take right now. This is what me and Jiff were talking about. Not even that, Jiff. You see me, I'm not a boxer. Give me a week's training, I reckon I could knock out Ben Askren's Clark. And I'm not. No. Sorry, I'm gonna be real. I could knock him out, bro. Now you think I'm joking, innit?
No, Cal. I don't think it's far fetched. I don't think it's far fetched.
I could knock up. Cal, no,
it's not far. Cal. It's not far fetched. I would put all my money on Matt with a couple of a fortnight. The fight is in a fortnight's time. Matt has got 14 days to just get himself up to a certain level. Bro, I'm putting all my money that Matt knocks Askren out.
Bro,
then you're gonna lose your money, and I love you to bits, Matt.
No. My money is safe.
If Carl don't rate me, that's fine. If you don't rate me, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm telling you from now. You see them pillow hands there?
Let's not disrespect a man who's been fighting his whole life, though.
Bro, he. All right, let me show you how far back I know about boxing, and not even MMA fans, sorry, MMA fighters that can't even fight. Yeah. Who's the other one that I was talking about? Jake Shields. You see them two there, Cal? They are some of the worst hands I have ever seen in combat's history. There's a reason why a YouTuber, was favored to beat a UFC fighter.
Yes, because Jake Paul, he's got decent hands. He's got and he trains all year round.
Agreed, Cal. But man don't know my background. I'm not saying
2 weeks.
Cal,
2 weeks, man.
Cal,
that's a liberty, bro.
Bro, I'm just being honest. You see these, yeah? I'm telling you, Cal. I'm telling you, bro. You would lose money, bro. You see. You don't know about the streets, Carl.
If you were to say, but this ain't the streets, bro.
But even with rules, fam, I just need one hit, fam.
I've seen a bag of. Do you know how many men I've trained with who can have it out on the street, bro? And then when you get him in a boxing ring, it's a completely different ball game.
No, but bro, you see Ben Askren. I think what makes him even an anomaly is that he's got no hands at all, Cal.
No, I get you, but streets is different, bro. Do you know how many bro, I'll be real with you. I was sparred with a bag of man who on the roads, and if it was a street fight, they'd wrap me up. You see in a boxing ring, bro, it's not even close.
Bro, 100%. But you know something? Do you know what's quite telling? You're doing mixed martial arts, and the first thing you can think about is grappling, man. You know, mixed martial arts means you should have a variety of skills.
No, but when I agree.
Bro, you see Khabib, you think I'd ever make this comment against Khabib? No, Khabib would knock out my Clark. Because but what I'm trying to say is because there's a difference between a man that's not very great on stand-up and a man that, bro, Ben Askren has no stand-up. I will not respect his power. I will go in there and get the job done, and you would lose money.
Hurt, bro.
I would destroy you.
Not destroy him, bro.
Bro, I would finish Askren. Man, I tell you from now, bro.
I'm being completely honest.
I would finish Askren. You don't believe me, cool.
Saying it because man
are crazy.
2 weeks notice, yeah.
Nah, bro.
All I would do, I would train with him. I'd be like, Matt, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jog every day to get your cardio up to how long it takes.
Just need cardio, fam. Man's got the power to knock out Askren.
And then I'm gonna just do some pad work with you. Yeah, I get my boy Tuma in. We'll do some pad work. Just to find
Tuma, by the way. Big up Tuma.
But Tuma.
Listen, I just need
Tuma's dealing with Ben Askren. There's no denying that.
So Tuma's dealing with him, but you don't rate me.
What, bro?
I don't care.
Yes, I do, bro.
The disrespect.
Tuma wraps up a lot of man, bro.
To be fair, bro, Tuma is actually a very high level amateur.
Bro, I'm joking. In terms of Tuma, Tuma would knock me out in about 10 seconds.
With his weak hand with the other hand tied behind his back.
But all I'm saying is, if Chuma was to train me, and you're in my corner, Drift, not you, Cal, because you'll be in Ben Ashton's corner because you're a traitor anyway. Yeah? I'm telling you. So when we do the press conference and that, it'll be like, if I win, Callum's out of Kop-Ish. It's over. It's done.
I'm telling you, man, you ain't knocking him out after 2 weeks.
Cal, all jokes aside, whether I win, lose, or draw, the fact of the matter is, I genuinely believe, and you could be right, Cal, I could genuinely lose. He might knock me out. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that I feel confident that I can knock him out, Cal, and I don't even have the training like Jake Paul, says a lot. And that's quite sad that he even took the fight in the first place. That's the moral of the story.
I think your mindset would change if you started doing boxing sparring.
Cal, let me ask you this. Do you think you could knock out Ben Ashton in a one-on-one?
Are we talking about road or in a
No,
boxing ring?
just in a boxing ring. Do you think you could knock him out?
We're talking about in the ring. If it was on road,
yeah, road. Ashton would get me. He'll just fuck with me.
If it's a road thing, I'm not fighting Ben Askren.
No. In a boxing fight, Cal, without sounding big-headed, no one's going to think you're being arrogant. You know you would rap Ben Askren.
You know you could rap Ben Askren.
No, I don't. I genuinely don't think.
Yes, you do. You're being.
I'm not even joking. I'd be.
You're being silly.
I could do it.
But he was chasing after Paul like this, bro.
Yeah, it looked horrible.
Regularly, bro.
Bro, that's not, bro.
Cal,
I would put all my money on Matt to wrap him up, bro.
Thank you, Drew. At least some of that.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah,
this is what I say about myself. If I got in there, Jake Paul. If I got in there with Ben Askren, I reckon
you fancy your chances.
I reckon I'd last it. If I could get him out in a round, I'm good. If it goes beyond the round, then I'm in trouble.
But why would you say that though?
Because it's just real, bro. The guy's got better conditioning. If he starts actually tying me up in the clinch and all that and starts digging me to the body, I'm not going to be able to deal with that.
No, but here's the thing. If you're fighting Ben Ashton and you know that's what you're going to do, because even my mindset would have already told me he's going to try and grab me up, he's going to try and give me some digs. Man, not letting it go there, fam. Man's looking at
you. It's an easy thing to keep man at range, bro.
You underestimate me, but it's cool though. It's absolutely fine.
Matt,
it's fine.
I need to see you spar then, Matt, before I.
Alright, cool.
To keep man at range is it's not just a case of just throwing a jab out, you know.
We are talking about Ben Askren.
We're talking about one of the greatest welterweight fighters of all time.
Yes, when it comes to grappling.
MMA, not
MMA, bro.
Yes, and don't you think man's come up against high-level boxers in MMA?
And he grapples. He don't stand up and fight.
He also evades. I am not fighting Ben Askren in a ring. I ain't doing it unless you give me a year and a half of training.
Bro, in a boxing ring. I'm not talking about MMA. MMA, he finishes me.
I'm saying boxing as well. If I've got a year and a half dedicated training, then yeah, I would go in a ring with Ben Askren.
I'm just saying, if someone said to me right now, Matt, you've got a chance to win $1 million or whatever, I'm going in for Askren. Like Matt, I'm just being honest, innit?
If someone offers me $1 million, I'm gonna jump in there with Ben Askren, innit?
No, but the thing is, if I said to you, offer you $1 million and Khabib, you probably wouldn't take it because you know you're gonna get your head knocked off.
Yes, of course I'm not, because I'm not gonna be able to spend that $1 million.
No, but my whole point is this: you feel more confident when it is Ben Askren because you know, as just a normal civilian, so to speak, you fancy your chances. That's more just like how I would.
Yes, no, I'd fancy my chances more against Askren than Khabib. But all right, let me switch on you then, Matt. If I said you get $1 million for fighting Khabib or you get $1 million for fighting Ngannou, who you taking?
But that's just stupid. I'm not taking either fight.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm asking my promoter get me something better. That's stupid. I don't want to die. I've been a promoter. What are you doing? He's trying to kill me. You're not doing for my best interest.
I'm asking my promoter to get something better.
No, all jokes aside, all I'm saying is this though. Ben Askren, he's the only guy in the whole of the MMA community, Cal, that I genuinely believe that I could beat. Again, Cal, I could get my head locked off here, but I'm just saying, that's just what I believe. And that says a lot about a fighter. There's no other fighter, Cal, in my opinion, that I think I can even test in UFC. I'm not joking. He's the only one that I think I have a very, very good chance because even though I'm not a professional boxer, I have power. I know how to punch, innit? And it's a thing where I'm up against a guy that probably in terms
I'm not even saying this disrespectful, but do you know how to punch though, Matt?
Yeah, I'm not even
saying that in a rude way.
No, I know you're not. I'm just saying I know how to punch. I know how to punch, shit, real talk.
Because I'm not saying you won't carry power, but Remember, if you're
You got to carry it the right way, 100%.
and if you're throwing a bang and missing, your gas tank goes down.
Bro,
So
listen.
All
All I can say is
cup, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I think I could be Ashford.
Stamina is the only thing that Ashton would have to rely on to beat Matt.
Matt, you know I love you to bits, bro. No.
Cal don't believe in me, you know. Do you know what? You know what we need to do? We need to organise something. So I could just show man some pad work.
What, you want me to put you in the ring with someone I know or something?
Listen,
you want me to call out random like you, man.
I'm just saying. Ben Ashton, my opinion, my humble opinion, and again, people are gonna think, Matt, if you're saying that, you disrespect him. No, it's just the fact of I don't rate Ben Ashton as a boxer at all. He is a grappler for a reason. He's just not
even being rude. Have you ever been in a boxing ring and sparred in a boxing ring either, though?
Yeah, I've done it 2 times before, and that's not a lot. Only 2 times. I get it, bro. Hear me out.
Different,
bro. When a man says to you, "Nah, your power's serious," and maybe he was gassing me, innit? Maybe he was. He's like, "No, for a guy that don't fight," he's like, "No, you've got something."
What you're talking about when you're saying
back in the day,
yeah. And I get where you're coming from, because obviously it's completely different when you're in the ring with people or whatever. But what you got to remember, though, Cal, is that's with people who are also good or learning or are decent at what they do. So it becomes a back and forward. From what I've seen from Askren in any form of stand-up over MMA and then in that fight there, I remember we can only make the judgment on what we've seen.
Yeah, of course.
What he's done, but from what we've seen,
100.
Bro, he doesn't even look like he even has the actual understanding of what it is to even just box, as in hold your hands like this, jab, right? Like he don't like, but he runs around the ring like this. Like,
I'll be
honest, Matt,
of his hand, bro.
You're one of the reasons why a lot of men are gonna get knocked out over the next couple of months, bro. Because you see people watching your thing now, they're gonna be thinking, yeah, man, you know what? I could take on an MMA fighter. What?
I never said that.
He just grapples.
Listen,
take him in a hand.
No, I'm not saying that, and I'm not
people who are
condoning
listening
that.
to this.
No,
these are just the thoughts of Matt and what Matt thinks he can do. Do not think you can go out there and fight an MMA fighter. Please.
Listen, I'm saying, Carl, you man know me. I'm no tough guy. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, if I'm in condition physically, as you man know, when I go gym, I go hard. I go hard in the paint. You man know already, yeah? And I get my thing on point. I know it's different. I'm just saying. Maybe it's overconfidence. I'm being honest, but I'm just saying, bro, if me and Ben Ashton had to go in the ring, I would favor myself. And that says a lot. Any other UFC fighter, bro, I can sit there and say to you, I'll say to you, man, quietly, yeah, guys, I'm going to be real. I'm getting knocked out, but yeah, we'll just get the P and buy some stuff. Bro, I'm going to be honest. Them man will sleep me. Them man are professionals, bro. But you see, Ben Ashton, when it comes to boxing, I'm going to be real, Carl. He's very, very amateur. He's probably on the same level as me, except for he understands maybe the rules and even the game more. Bro, do you know why I can't respect? You
just said you sparred twice in a boxing ring.
Bro, when a man runs at me like this, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're getting slept. You run at me like this, yeah? What, I think you're gonna do something? Okay, cool, carry on, isn't it?
I think we gotta get this trending, because I want Matt to secure the bag. Still.
No, I don't.
No, that's something. When we secure the bag, Callum ain't getting nothing.
No, I don't want it. I don't want any of it. I'll happy, bruv.
You can sit on Ben Ashton's side. You can sit on Ben Ashton.
I will happily come on Kopish and be like, I'm wrong, Matt, you're right.
No, I don't even want to hear that. It's too late.
I don't. Bro, imagine me and Drift there sitting there, you're going back and forth with Askren, and I've just got Tyron Woodley looking at the corner of his eye at me saying, boy, if you act up in this conference, I'm going to rip your face off.
But that's Tyron Woodley
in my life, bro.
Bro, if Tyron Woodley said to me, are you sure we're going to do this? I'd be like, are you saying this on what type of level are you talking about, Tyron? This is Tyron Woodley. You think I would go near Tyron Woodley? Are you crazy?
I'm saying if you get into a back and forth, me and Drifty have got to have your back in it.
Yeah.
Ben's got man like Woodley have got his back, bro.
Yeah, just hold one of you hold one another in it and just be like, don't talk to him like that. Just hold him in it.
You know what, Matt? Cool.
Bro, there's security for a reason, innit? I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I've seen Woodley get through a bag of man, bro. If security ain't gonna hold him back, we ain't
I'm gonna be real. Yeah, Tyron Woodley's Brother, I'm gonna be honest. Tyron Woodley, I wouldn't even think about. Wouldn't even think about. Tyron Woodley, you know, he was
You man are
sleeping, bro.
sleeping on Askren.
No, I'm
If
not.
you'd said CM Punk, I'd have been more on your wavelength.
No, I think CM Punk is a better boxer than
Oh,
Askren.
leave it. Nah,
He
leave
might
it.
even
Oh,
beat.
stop you, man. Are you joking?
Cal,
No,
have you ever seen a man?
I think CM
Cal,
Punk's a better boxer
Cal,
than Askren.
all jokes aside, Cal, have you ever seen a man come into a ring like this? Look at it. This.
Sorry,
you know,
are
Cal.
you man saying CM Punk's a better boxer than Askren now, yeah?
Cal, you ever seen someone spar you like this?
I think he is, yeah.
Who spars like this, Cal?
Muay Thai man do spar like that still.
Talk about boxers, bro.
Not boxers, no.
There you
Unless they're trying to parry the punch and all that. No, usually not.
I'm just saying.
Look, I just want to be clear here. Look, if this ever gets out, no, we don't want it with MMA, UFC. We don't, innit? I'm just saying that now.
Oh, really, Cal? You don't want it, no?
No, I don't
You know
want
what? If Askren wants it, I got your back, bro.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you, my bro. I know someone don't want the bag. Someone don't want the bag, but it's cool, though.
So would you not do YouTube fights and all that?
Me personally, no. I don't want to be punched in the face.
No,
but if Matt is willing
I'll
to go
fight
in
Ben
there and
Askren.
secure the bag, I'm backing him.
This is what Drifty just said. Drifty said, no, I'm not willing to get punched in the face. But if Matt's willing to go in there, I'm backing it.
Listen, I'm gonna be real.
You are Don King, bro. That's what you are.
Listen, I'm gonna be so real. If I was getting paid a certain bag to fight Ben
Drifty
Askren,
would walk in with Matt, and then
deal.
when Matt loses, he'd walk out of Askren, bro. Drifty King, that's
No
what I'm
way,
putting
bro.
you from now on,
No
bro.
way. No
Matt
way.
said, no, I ain't getting punched in the face, but I'll back Matt if Matt wants to do it.
Listen, you man, I'll be honest with you. If let's say, for example, I'll just give you an example. Say we got offered $1 million. One of us had to fight Ben Askren. I'm gonna be real. I'm fighting you, man. Not even fighting you, man. We'll just decide amongst each other. Cal, I think, has a very good chance of being at Askren as well. In fact, so do you, do. I think we all will have a better chance than what you think.
I don't
do you
have
believe
a very
in
good
yourself?
chance of being Askren.
Why don't you believe in yourself that you can beat him? Tell me why you can't beat him.
No, I never said I can't beat him. I have a low chance of beating him.
You have a low chance of beating him because you have major
think
experience
he
of being in the ring, but we're talking about strictly boxing. That's where I feel
How
like.
long have I got to train? How long have I got to train?
If we're gonna be honest, you're probably gonna have about 8-9 months because when these things get
but Carl, the wickedest thing
about
is
7 months, maybe 7 months.
It's one of them ones where, like, if I really wanted to, give me 6 months and I could get up to a decent level where I think I'd knock Askren out as well. If I dedicated 6 months of my life to learn to getting myself back in shape, I'm knocking Askren out. I think Matt is going a bit overboard saying 2 weeks, but I still have confidence he could do it.
I'm joking. Obviously 2 weeks.
No, but
obviously I can't do 2 weeks, but give me some serious time.
No, but here's the thing: because you go to remember you look. No, I've become very lazy, especially during lockdown, and I'm so out of shape. It's ridiculous. But Matt, you keep yourself in shape, so I know you're at a point where you're already like in a position where it wouldn't be like you're starting at zero if you only had 2 weeks. It'll be you trying to brush up your boxing skills quickly to just go in the fight.
No, honestly, it would take me about 6 months. If I'm being honest, 6 months
to get myself in shape.
6 months.
When I was a teenager, I used to box. Yeah. And I know that's a long time ago, but give me 6 months to get myself in shape. I would knock Askren out.
Carl's looking at us like, you know who it is? Carl's looking at us like.
The only difference for me, I think, is that Askren is a weight class I don't think I could get to. And maybe that would make it more.
Oh, what does he weigh, Cal? What does he weigh? Sorry, Cal?
Askren probably walks around at about 190.
What's that in? Do you know what that is in stone?
No idea.
What's that in stone, people? 190. And I'll tell you whether I can match Askren.
190 pounds. I'm not sure. Look, I love the enthusiasm. I've been around fighting.
You got to back yourself, innit? You got to back yourself.
Look,
yeah, of course,
I think in 6 months training you could beat Askren.
If he's training for 6 months as well, I doubt it.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's what you're signing up for. It's not just going to be me training and him sitting on the couch.
Listen, at the end of the day, Cal, maybe you're right. Maybe it is optimistic.
Yeah, maybe it is. And as I said before, Cal, I never said categorically I know I could do.
190 pounds is 13.5 stone. See, 13 and a half
that's I
stone,
can match.
13
I
and a
can
half
match
stone
Ashton for
after
that.
my health conditions will be pretty hard for me to get to.
I can match
So
Ashton for that. My light is still.
he'd have over a stone on me,
Yeah,
which would be difficult for me to make up. So there's a possibility that, you know what I mean, weight wise,
I could match that still at my light is. So
As I said, I've been around combat for so many years, bruv, that I've seen people much smaller than me, much lighter than me, light me up
100%.
like it was nothing.
I'm just saying. Like me, I would fancy my chances against Ben Ashton. Cal, you don't think so. You don't think I'd have a chance. You don't think I'd have a puncher's chance. Cal thinks
Not
gonna
in
get
2
washed.
weeks. In 2 weeks, you would.
No, I'm joking. I'm saying, all right then, Cal. Realistically, 6 months of hard training. Do you think I could take Ben Ashton, or do you think I'd even have a chance?
6 months
Honest
with hard
speaking.
training. 6 months with training, you'd have a chance.
Okay. A puncher's chance or a chance?
Chance.
Okay, I like that. What about you, Drift? I smash him in it.
I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm not even saying it because my boy. With 6 months training, Matt beats Ashkin in 2 rounds.
Shit, bro, you heard it here first, didn't it? You heard it first, bro. Someone said, how long would I last against Ngannou? That's not something I'm even willing to talk about.
3 seconds max.
Ngannou, I'm going to be honest, people. Dana White said to me,
3 seconds max.
you got to fight Ngannou, blah, 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 name your price. I'm going to be so honest with you. You're going to see me running around the ring. He's going to cut me off. I'm going to consider about whether I'm going to make it out of this fight, and he's going to knock me to 6. I'm just going to tell man to find the time. Why would I want to fight Ngannou?
You see, if I'm standing in front of Ngannou,
brother,
I'm going straight for a groin kick. Straight for a groin kick.
Straight disqualification, you know.
Every time he stands up, straight in the groin.
No.
All I'm aiming for in the fight is kicking his cup. That's it. Like, I ain't aiming for
Ngannou. None of us was even. I'm gonna be honest. All 3 of us would struggle to beat Ngannou as one, as a unit.
Of course.
I'm not even joking.
I'll be completely honest with you, though. It's 2 of you. I like my life.
Man said 3. I think you might have 4 to 2. I said, nah.
Can you imagine? We're all squaring him up, all 3 of us, and Drifty just looks at us and just walks and stands next to Ngannou and says, I'm on your side, big man.
I'm not even standing next to him because he might be like a lion that could just switch. I'm going behind the cage and shutting the door, bro. That's what
Jeff would do that WWE thing where, you know, like when man stands next to man there, but oh my gosh, and it's like man switch sides and all that.
I saw him nearly punch Thingy's head off of his body with his left hand.
I'm not gonna lie. If a man punches you,
weak hand. No, I'm not.
If a man punches you, and it looks like you've been tasered, yeah, I'm not about that life. Nope.
Nice.
Man's body's all seasoned up and everything there. I'm not about that life.
Never.
If you've got that type of power, I'm not messing with you. I'm gonna be honest. Man's talking you out of the situation. Man's punching like it's a taser.
Man's toes were cold like he had the best thing he's ever had, bro.
No, bro.
Never in a million years.
But you know what? 6 months training, Matt's taking Ashkin. I believe in my boy.
Thank you, Jeff. What are you saying, Cal? Before we go.
I think you got a chance.
I got a chance, yeah? But you're not backing me now?
No.
All right, cool. Say not a minute. You stay there with Ashkin.
I'm just being honest. Do you want me to lie to you, Matt?
No, it's a lie. I want you to be honest.
I'm not a true friend.
I just want you to be honest. If you don't believe in me, it's cool. I just want to get this conversation, innit? What's the date today, people? What's the date?
26th of April.
I ain't going to forget this. Me and Ashton down the line. 3 years from now. When I knock him out, we're going to talk.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. I'll sort out your training camps for you.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah. I'll get that sorted for you.
All right, cool. Say nothing.
I'm going to push you hard though, Matt, still.
But that's fun. You know me already, bro. Listen. You know me already. You know my mentality, innit? Listen, me and you are the same. We're Leos for a reason.
Still.
No, you can't break a Leo. You mad?
Yeah,
I'm a Leo, you
can.
know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been broken a few times in the gym, bro. Like, it's just, it
I'm not
happens.
gonna
That's how you
lie.
get
I'm not
better.
gonna lie. When they break you, it's kind of.
I've been broken in the gym a few times, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard about some of your training that you do, I remember when I said to you, I was like, I don't know if I don't know if I'm up for that.
Bro,
Still,
jiu-jitsu, I can count on my hands the amount of times I got broken
yeah,
in jiu-jitsu.
I'm not about that. Not about that. No jiu-jitsu life. That's why I said strictly boxing.
Yo, Drift, there you go, bro. You set him off now, innit? Now we're all in this. Now
I'll
we're in the
train
beef.
with him to show my support. I'll come for the runs. I'll be there when man's skipping. I'll hold the bag. I'll
Like
be
the
there,
Rocky
bro.
thing.
Yeah,
Like the
bro.
Rocky thing. You get
Not
me?
in the ring. Not in the ring, no, Drift.
Nah, I don't really fancy getting punched in the face again.
Listen,
I left that life a long time ago.
Hey, Callum will say it to me straight. Bro, I'm being real. You're making a big mistake. Drift will be like, no, bro, do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. And then when it comes to the real team, Drift is like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be real. Like, you might have bitten off more than you can chew. You know?
Boy. Last super chat. Khalid says, City fan here, guys. Just a quick one. Since Drift got the previous Liverpool prediction right, just for luck, what will PSG versus City score end?
Let me put it in my charger. 1 sec, please.
3-1 PSG.
I think PSG are gonna go through.
What I'm scared of is Chelsea beating Real Madrid.
I think Chelsea are gonna win the whole thing.
Do you?
No, I don't actually. I do. I feel like they're just gonna sneak it through.
Yeah, I'm extremely worried about Chelsea winning the whole thing for real. There's kind of a part of me that feels like PSG might be the only team that would beat Chelsea. I don't know if that's recency bias because I watched Chelsea, not Man City, at the FA Cup. I'm not sure if that's what's playing on my mind, but yeah. To try and put in that atmosphere, I'll say PSG 3-1.
Well, I reckon PSG will do City. Sad, but I think they will.
I did feel like City were going to win the whole tournament, but I feel like there might be something in the air of redemption, the way we got redemption. I know it was a little bit different because Real Madrid took Mo out the game with scandalous behaviour and all that kind of stuff. But you see how we had the redemption story and then we went and won it the following year. It feels a little bit similar for PSG, where they made the final last year, they got beat, but then look, they've knocked the team out to get the revenge who beat them, and then this might finally be the year that they get it done. Do you get what I mean?
Can you not hear me, by the way? Can you not hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we
Oh,
hear
okay, cool. My mic was going mad still. All right, cool.
And for some reason, Mbappe and Neymar just seem very on the same page at the moment as well. They seem very in sync at the moment. So, and you want to know something as well? What's even more mad? I actually think both of them will have absolutely no qualms in leaving PSG because they'll feel mission accomplished if they win the Champions League as well. And that kind of makes me feel like maybe it's written. They win the Champions League for PSG, then both players move on to bigger, not necessarily better things, but like maybe Barcelona do find a way to bring Neymar back. Maybe Man City do get Mbappe or something like that happens because mission accomplished. If Neymar wins PSG the Champions League, mission accomplished.
Yeah, agreed. All right then, people. Gonna take it out. Anything you guys want to say before we head off?
Yeah, don't ever doubt me when I'm fighting Ben Askren. The disrespect, you know. But it's cool though.
Don't ever doubt me.
It's cool
Matt,
though.
This is Matt right now to Ben Askren.
You out here talking about a clique. The only clique you need to know about is the Harlem Heat and Sister Sherry. See, because what you dealing with here is the brotherhood. It's non-stop from this point on in WCW. We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray, look at this. Take a look. We're talking.
Ben Askren, we coming for you.
Mean Gene dealt with that so good. Bro.
So swift, bro. Shut up, Mean Gene.
Matt after the fight if he loses.
True or false, you will fight again this year? It's hard to put it. You must understand. My foot was a balloon. Do you know what I mean? My toes came out of the socket.
You know this already. My foot was a balloon. My foot was a balloon. The toes came out of socket.
Oh my god.
Oh my days. No, you men are killing me, bro. But no. We moved, man. People, listen, I hope you enjoyed the Monday night show. We needed some laughs and that.
The people got like apologies for anyone who don't like combats or gaming.
Yeah,
We went
apologies.
on an hour and a half tangent tonight.
Yeah.
Apologies.
You know what, Sal, before we leave though, bro, can you check for me quickly, bro? People are saying the Kanate thing's been actually announced.
Is
Let
it?
me have a look. I believe it when I see it.
In it for real.
Have we already got a present?
Someone said no, it isn't. Somebody says Kanate, is it? Nah, it's not official yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe someone's
Come on,
seen
guys,
something.
don't get me all excited like that, man.
Nah, it's not yet. It's not yet.
Yeah, I believe when I see it.
For real, for real. Someone is trolling, I think, potentially. I don't know.
Well, people, thank you very much for joining us. Do all that good stuff for us. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and spread the word. We will, check our social media to see when we'll be next back. Obviously, big game this weekend with Manchester United, so we'll be doing quite a few things. So, yeah, keep up to date with us on social media. Until next time, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kop-Ish, and we are out, people. Take care.
Peace.
Pedestrian, I'm coming for you.